this is a professional environment. Hey! Stop it!
Another day about the Waffle House shit got hella poppin'. One lady started talking that shit like she really wanted problems. She said that the workers were working too slow. She needed the food cause she had to go. She got super angry and started to shout. So Wendy gave her a 3-piece on the house. Yeah. Go Wendy, I get why they mad, yeah. They just found out for Christmas all you be serving is both of them hands, yeah. Wendy, she ain't gonna back down. Her homie just pulled a pan out. So your little plans ain't gon' pan out. John Cena with the smackdown. Why you think they got this type of application? And the store should get launched like an application. If you're not with the shits like your name is Wendy, shit, you're not really a fit, go apply it Wendy. Run up on Wendy, boy, you better just surrender. Featherweight contender whipping up them chicken tenders. Mama lit the way she kept it cool with the aggressors. Even Iron Man is trying to bring her onto the Avenger.
I'll admit it. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbor. I'm gonna haul him up by a chain. I will eat your ass. I'll do it. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? Good, I'm just gonna chop his ass up. My children aren't going hungry. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I'm literally looking at my neighbors now going, I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. Eat your ass. My superpower is being honest, and I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. I've extrapolated this out, and I will eat your ass.
I learned a lot. And I learned that, Anyway, Bo is associated here. Anyway, the point I want to make is I learned so much. I learned
black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What I have to do is I have to continue talking about the things that come on, man.
I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw. I learned that I got hairy legs that turned blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about kids jumping on my lap, not kids jumping on my lap.
Oh, I'm in trouble. What are we, nuts? Dead. You know, come on, man. Give me a little break here. Get a life. Taking cocaine or not? What do you think? Huh? Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out whether you're from me or Trump, and you ain't black. Come on, man. Well, Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius. Come on, man. I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Come on, man. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids. Come on, man. I mean, come on. Take a look at the record. I know a lot of weed smokers. Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Why the hell would I take a test? I am,
And strike and strike and strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. They're coming here. They're coming here from Africa, from South America. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory.
about a motherfucking mukbang? We got a beef taco. Santa Fe, right?
Wake up. Wake up. It's propaganda. It's propaganda. It's an e-girl in military uniform. It's propaganda. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
It's just a rule. You know, the rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob. But if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and you should never speak about it.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things that simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Whose Sailor Moon shirt? Why mine, of course. It's a little tight.
Oh, of course you watch Progression. You know skill, dumb YouTube commenter, idiot.
I'm taking all your spell zones. Every
Take them. I don't need them.
Go.
End of main, dumbass.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, nice deck.
Spent
idiot.
all match complaining and had the rock
deck
in
is
hand.
bullshit.
Completely
It's bad.
saw through
It's
that
a bad
bluff,
deck,
by the
but
way.
it's still bullshit.
Did Hillary teach you
Skill
that one,
issue.
you liar?
Open wide, kids, because I'm going to rape you in the mouth.
He's going to what them in the mouth?
He's gonna grape him.
Well, if it's a level beyond Super Saiyan, then
Then he must be a super duper Saiyan.
if he's a Super Duper Saiyan, then I shall find a way to become a Super D-Duper Saiyan.
You've done well so far, but up until now, I've only been using a mere 5% of my power. Now let's see how well you fare against my Biden blast!
Well, Ali is asking for it. Dopes is trying to give it to him.
Porn. Do you have that big a problem
I'm
with
not
porn?
making fun of.
When's the last time? When's the last time you saw porn?
Oh, you busted me. Actually, I made
When's
a
the last
humiliation porn. That's why I watch you on CNN.
No, but
Why are you gay?
Go, mommy, go! Again.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent. Fuck them cheap ass cigars.
Listen, that's my friend. That's my friend. Hey! Hey!
Yo, can you toss me a beer?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Here's a cold one, bro.
He like, yo, how? How? Look at him. Trying to make it make sense. Trying to make it make sense, bro. He's like, how, bro?
1111.
Access denied.
1112.
Access denied.
1113.
Access denied.
1114.
Access denied.
This door is a bitch.
Alleged that she was made all over with feces. Lie. Yeah, that's a lot of crap. Now, look, brother, you have your time. That's a lot of crap. Brother, Get him out of here. Please, get out of here. God bless you and thank you for being like that. Make it easy, I'm gonna make it.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't worry, that's not part of the intro. I just, I just wanted to start off the stream by watching Al Sharpton get knocked on his ass. Anyways, guys, I hope you're all doing okay. I think tonight's stream might go a little bit shorter, maybe like an hour and a half or so. I'm gonna just stick to the main topics and everything. But there was something funny. I like the Alex Stein guy. And watching him fuck with this senator or congressperson, I think is great. Hold on.
Eric, is this Fang Fang the Chinese spy, Eric? Remember when you slept with that Chinese spy, Eric? Why don't you ever talk about that? Fang Fang? Remember you're banging Fang Fang? Did she give you anal? People are saying that she gave you an insertion. Is that true?
You know, I saw some people complaining about this guy, Alex Stein, right? They're like, oh, you know, the things he does, it doesn't look good. It doesn't, man, but it's fucking funny as shit. I can't deny it. It's really good. It's really fucking good. Oh, man, did Fang Fang give you anal? God damn. Oh, man, just gives zero fucks. It's so beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful.
This is the guy's banging Chinese spies. Nobody investigates you, Eric. Why is that? Nobody investigates this guy banging Chinese spies like it's no big deal.
Oh, God. Okay, so for those of you guys aren't aware, right? So Republicans have control of, what is it, the House or whatever. And this dude has, you know, he's been removed from these committees and everything because he was the target of a Chinese spy. Like literally a Chinese spy targeted him, did like a honeypot thing. And I'll be clear, I don't know how deep and bad it went, but he did get targeted by a spy for the Chinese government that was fucking him, supposedly for information on the U.S. government. Anyways. So Eric Swalwell, I guess he keeps trying to like interrupt these congressional hearings by questioning the history of the people that are there as witnesses. And so each time he does it, it's been like twice now. They've had other people jump in and be like, well, Swalwell, what about fucking Fang Fang? And he just gets so mad. So fucking mad and butthurt. Oh, God. Hold on. I got to show you this shit. I don't know. I know it's a little off topic from the other stuff, but come on. It's actually funny. It is actually funny. Hold on. Eric Swalwell. Fang Fang. Did I spell that fucker's name right? It's only got 3 L's in the name. I could have sworn it took 4 because the guy is constantly fucking taking them. Okay, all right. So I've got a couple of these. Let's see, that's one's 45. This is a little bit longer. We'll get this one. I gotta find the one which was Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think. Because that one was fucking funny. It was so funny. Oh, man, it's so great to see him get mad. Okay, hold on. Green? Did you spell it with 3 E's, too? Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. So this is a short clip. Don't worry, guys. These are all going to be very short. Okay, so this is the first one. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Denounce anti-Semitism and anti-police rhetoric in this country so that Jewish Americans and police officers can be safer?
Congressman, I do.
Thank you, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields, and now I recognize the gentlelady from Georgia, Ms. Green.
That was quite entertaining from someone that had a sexual relationship with a Chinese spy.
Denounce anti-Semitism.
Oh, man. Oh, fucking man. I just, what a dipshit. What a complete fucking asshole. I mean, come on. That was great. That was fucking great. There's like, what's funny about these clips, okay? I don't know if they got the longer one in here somewhere, but she throws it in his face. He immediately freaks out and calls it like a slur against him. Was I on Flashcast last night? Well, Flashcast is on Saturday nights, so no. Last night was Sunday night. But no, seriously, I was there. Dude, I passed out, man. I was so tired. And I think I passed out before they got to the Crowder stuff, which really sucked. Because I would have loved to comment on it, but at the same time, dude, I should not have been drinking with everybody. That was such a big mistake. I was so out of it. But I had fun. Okay, so let's play the next one. But so essentially what happens here, she says it, he wants her comments stricken from the record, and they tell him no. They tell him no, it's not a slur. It's an actual thing that happened. Okay, so here we go. And then it happens again.
Ms. Rodriguez, I apologize.
So before I play it, just so you guys know what's going on, they're giving testimony about stuff that's happening at the border, okay, Border Patrol, whatever. And so Eric Swalwell jumps in to question them on their history and you know what were they doing on January 6th, the ultimate Trump card, right? And so like almost immediately they just go after this guy. Because here's the thing, if you're gonna question somebody and you want to question them and call their credibility into question, I do understand that, but you also kind of have to acknowledge what they're actually there talking about at the same time and how it relates to whatever you're fucking saying. What Eric Swalwell does instead is he just goes, January 6th, insurrection, January 6th, January 6th, insurrection, the greatest attack on the democracy of the United States, right? And it gets really fucking funny. It does. It really does. Because now they're like, okay, dude, you're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing it to you.
That you're here for a hearing on the border. They don't want to talk about a border. Mr. Swalwell is down there. Obviously, everybody knows he's made some comments. He's got a checkered past.
I'm sorry,
relationships.
A checkered past? I would ask.
It's my time.
Mr.
Alleged.
By the way, I will say this. I actually appreciate jumping in and cutting people off in this shit. I think the rules of decorum in Congress and the Senate are so fucked at this point. Just screw it. Like, just go for each other's throats. Like, honestly, what I really want to do is lock these people in a room, throw in some sharp sticks, and just say whoever wins gets to run the country.
Affairs
Checkered
relationships
past?
with
No,
Yum
sir. You
Yum.
don't get to say that shit.
He-
That's not
he had
true.
alleged relationships with Yum Yum.
Yes,
Now
the
he's
gentleman,
angry.
I asked the gentleman's words be taken down.
You don't get to say
Mr.
that.
Chairman,
pal.
yes,
we
the
asked
gentleman's words be taken down. Especially slurring another member.
He's slurring. It's a slur.
Yes, the words of the gentleman be taken down. It's casting a slur on another member.
Let us have some order and civility here, and we will take up the issues one by one.
Mr. Chairman, I ask that the words of the gentleman be taken down as expressing a slur on another member.
So again, they go there for a hearing about the border. The Swalwell dude derails it entirely to talk about January 6th instead. So the response is to go, hey, he's got a bit of a checkered past as well. Dude, oh my God, it's not even a fucking, like, it's not. The guy literally did this shit, okay? And again, not by choice, okay? It's not like he went to the Chinese and said, hey, I want a fucking undercover spy. Although maybe, but realistically, that's not what happened. They targeted him because he had some level of access or influence. And either they thought that he'd be so incompetent that he wouldn't notice, or they thought that they could make him more sympathetic to their cause. Because it's either one or the other. But either way, if that's the case, if that's how our enemies see you, and you get tricked, I mean, come on. So he's all mad that he got removed from like the the Intelligence Committee or whatever, and it's just like, dude, you're the last person who should be there with deep state secrets, like you of all fucking people. But it kind of on some level, having him there sort of seems like it's by design. You pick the most incompetent asshole you can possibly find. But again, if this is how it's going to be in Congress, right? If they're going to have a hearing on something and we can't actually get to the merits of what they're there for, we're going to derail it to do January 6th or who did you vote for or all this other crap. I just feel like, okay, fine. Like, honestly, fine. You need to attack the actual argument, but if you're going to completely fucking derail, I mean, at that point, just fucking bonk the guy on the head just over and over and over again. Keep doing it. Let him scream that he's being slurred against. Let all of his buddies jump in and go, oh, stop picking on him. I like, you know, have some fucking teeth. Honestly, have some fucking teeth. You know how many times I've watched Democrats in these hearings just like absolutely go for the throat of Republicans? I'm not like just tear them apart viciously, maliciously, lie, cheat, steal, all that good stuff. And the Republicans are like, oh, you know, decorum. Like, no, fuck you, dude. Fight fire with fucking fire for once. Like, they want to pull this shit. They want to derail. Fucking derail back. You know, they want to like attack the history, attack the character of the witness instead of actually going into what they're there to talk about or even acknowledge what they're there to talk about. Fine, by all fucking means, do it right back to them and humiliate them because they can't stand it. They obviously can't fucking take it. You know, and honestly, I realize this with a lot of people, right? Because, you know, we're going to talk about the Crowder situation and everything. But, like, I realize that with the fucking Crowder people, too. It's like, you know, they just throw it back in their face. Slap them across the face a little bit. You know, rub their noses in it. At a certain point, you have to fucking fight fire with fucking fire. You really do. And I'm not saying go down to their level, just to be clear. But you know, what happened here with the Swalwell guy, and the reason why he's so pissy is he got removed from his committee for, you know, the whole thing. Well, at the same time, like, dude, Democrats kept doing this to Republicans. When they had the House, when they had the Senate and whatever, they thought it was like open fucking season. They could do whatever the fuck they wanted. So they just started like censoring people, removing them from committees, stripping them, and like doing all this shit. Well, fucking fine. Then it got done back to them. And what they started doing, freaking out, crying, bitching, malding all over the place. Keep doing it to them. You know why? It's effective. The reason why they do it to Republicans is because it's fucking effective. It's the one thing they don't want done to them. So do it to them. Like, you know, I saw some of these like idiotic fucking cope arguments where they're like, oh, don't attack Crowder because, you know, that's why the right always loses. And I'm like, are you fucking high as shit? 3 months ago, this motherfucker did the exact same thing to Daily Wire. Except he was secretly recording people over fucking contract negotiations. Wow. Oh, fucking wow, right? Well, fucking dude, like, come on. Come the fuck on. Like, you don't have to like, you don't have to completely abandon all principle, but at the same time, the only way somebody's gonna understand what you're fucking doing to them, like if they're doing something like this to you, you have to do it back to them. It's like that Montana state legislature. I don't know exactly what her seat is, but you know, it's this trans woman, and she goes up and she gives this like whole statement about how blood will be on your hands. And it's like, you know what? Fuck you. If you're going to say that shit, fine. We're going to censor you. Oh, and then they freak out and they say that you're removing their ability to speak. And I go like, okay, fucking fine. Okay, so it's bad. It's bad when you remove somebody's ability to speak in Congress or Senate or the legislature. So stop fucking doing it. If you don't understand that, if you don't fucking understand that, fuck all the way off. Fuck all the way off. What is this? Tim was hard on Crowder Cope on Timcast last stream. Oh, dude, I just don't care. Tim Pool, like, okay, so I saw somebody, and let me take this off the screen. Because you got the jokes. They still keep bitching. But yeah, I saw this with some. Actually, let me show you. Let me show you some like a random individual that is hardcore pissy about the fucking Crowder thing. So here, let me share the screen. Okay, here you go. So Nina Finney goes, if you're asking for privacy, why not just keep these things private? Why even talk about it to begin with? This is so bizarre. So I'm going to pause it here. This is Crowder's statement, okay? And you can hear it from his own words. It's in the Twitter clip. But over here, this is the part that kind of like, I look at it and it it validates what the wife is saying, or at least what the wife's family is saying. I commented on my ongoing divorce on Tuesday, requesting privacy in the best interest of the family, but also by court order agreed upon by all parties. Broken marriages are ugly. In them, people do ugly things, myself, of course, included, and I would never claim otherwise. However, due to recent misleading edited leaks to the tabloid press without context and not subject to the consequences of the court, well, if not privacy, the next option is true. So this is a big problem here for Crowder. When he first came out, he talked about how he had an agreement with his wife that they weren't going to talk about anything publicly. Well, then the wife's family came out and said that's not how it went down. Her attorneys had to ask. And then Crowder updates everybody and goes, this was actually by court order. That validates what the wife's family is saying, in that this was something that the attorneys asked for. This is not like some sort of mutual fucking agreement, right? This is by court order, mind you. So having Crowder kind of like not acknowledge any of that in his video talking about the divorce, and maybe you want to say, well, it's not an outright lie. It is deceptive. It is deceptive. And you know, the problem with him doing this is, according to the wife's family, he's the one who hired a divorce attorney first. He cut her off financially and left her with the kids and went and bought a townhouse. Now, look, those are all really direct statements of fact, okay? These are not like, these are my opinion. It's my opinion that Steven Crowder is abusing our sweet, precious daughter. Because I imagine maybe the parents are involved in writing the statement, whatever. It's them saying, hey, as soon as they were born, he bought a townhouse and he bailed and he cut her off and he hired a divorce attorney. If that's false, well, bro, Crowder can like bop this woman on the head in court pretty hard. Not to mention, like, Crowder is highly fucking litigious. Okay, he's half Asian lawyer Bill Richmond. Okay, how many shows did he do with his attorney right there with him, bragging about the people that they were taking legal action against? So I would understand if this is some gay ass little fucking YouTube commentators, you know, doing their stupid little fucking drama or whatever. That's not what's going on. Okay, this is a highly litigious multi-millionaire. And I'm supposed to believe that these other people who work in media are going to make direct statement of facts over and over and over again against a guy like fucking Crowder. Maybe they're so stupid and fucking incompetent that they're willing to open themselves up against a guy, again, highly fucking litigious. Maybe. But the reality of the situation is, Crowder's next statement about this only seems to validate what the wife was saying, or at least what the statement was from the wife's attorneys. Now, the next part of it, this is where people are kind of like, dude, what the fuck? And so today I have filed a motion to officially unseal all files as they relate to the matter of legal record. Finances, relevant medical records, including mental health history evaluations, depositions, and any motion or sanctions from the courts of Texas. I will not be leaking private marital information to the press, but the privacy agreements are not respected by all parties. I will address all that is a matter of irrefutable legal record in full context next week. Now, saying that you're going to unseal people's mental health histories in the course of divorce proceedings is just fucking crazy to me, right? Because Crowder went on about how this was about protecting his children, and that's why the privacy, and that's why he wasn't going to talk about it publicly. The wife's family issues out a statement and releases a bunch of stuff to this Yashar Ali guy. And I don't know necessarily everything that's in it. I don't know everything that's in it, just to be clear. But they do that. And so Crowder's response to that is to abandon this entire principle of wanting to keep this private so that he can protect his kids and go, hey, motherfuckers, I'm going to unseal her mental health history. I saw some people go like, he could be talking about his own. And I was going, wow, that's funny. Crowder doesn't need a court to unseal his own mental health records. You absolute brain damaged idiots. But that is the cope. That is the cope. He's not actually talking about his wife here. He has to go to the court to let them unseal his own medical records. Dude, like, come on. Come the fuck on. Oh God, the cope is real. The cope is fucking real. But check this out, okay? Because yeah, I go back and forth with people. But I go like, she broke the privacy agreement. I was like, right, she broke it. He didn't. And you know, I'm not being a complete asshole at this moment. I'm not. I'm definitely not. Anyone see me act on Twitter knows I'm like a complete dick to people. But I'm not. This dude jumps in, calls me a fucking retard, like right off the bat, and tells me to admit I have a hate bone for the guy. I was like, bro, just admit you're a dick rider then. Just say you like riding his dick. And that's all I say to this guy from here on out. It's just to call him a dick rider over and over and over again as he molds and sees and calls me a fucking simp, claims I'm not married, calls me like a cock all over the place. And I'm just calling him a dick rider. You're just infuriated because you got called out on being a sad little cuck. Maybe do better for yourself and stop being a cuck. I was like, dude, all I did was call you a dick rider. Dude, it's okay. Just hop off that dick. So this is what I mean, right? Like, why even am I going to engage in this conversation with this guy, right? Am I really going to even fucking bother with it? No, I don't give a shit. The Crowder people suck, dude. They really do. And the thing is, you know, Crowder had this whole thing about, you know, thinking critically, and that's where the whole change my mind stuff came in. Oh, hold on, Sen. Hold on, I'll send you a link. But that's where Crowder gained like a lot of influence, was off to change my mind, thinking critically. And now I'm like, the guy is saying he's going to unseal people's mental health records after talking about how he actually wanted to keep things private for the sake of his kids. You know, look, I'm trying to figure this one out, right? Wife has custody of the kids. Crowder doesn't. He's going to unseal her mental health records. And I'm just like, man, if she was actually batshit crazy, you wouldn't see her with the kids. If she actually has like all this, like she's by herself, she doesn't have the kids with her, admitted by the family. Sorry, she doesn't have her family with her to help her with these kids. That's admitted by the family themselves. So it's like the court would rather the kids stay with the mother. But I'm supposed to believe she's like mentally unwell. Maybe. But guys, what do you think like the simple what do you think, Sen? I sent you the link. It's in Discord. What do you think the simple solution here actually is? Right? What do you think the actual simple solution here is? Is it that the family is knowingly going out and making false statement of facts to a journalist who and look, Yashar Ali, I don't like, okay? I don't. But he's somewhat better than people like fucking the Young Turks, okay? If this is the Young Turks doing it, I'd be like, oh, dude, they'll run with anything. If it was MSNBC, I'd be like, they'll run with anything. Yashar Ali is definitely a biased guy, but he's not wholesale retarded to the point where he would lock himself into a position where Crowder could rape him up the ass with a lawsuit. Because Crowder is the guy who's constantly threatening to do that to people. Hey, Stan, what's going on, man?
Yo, I've just been checking out this Crowder stuff, man.
Dude, look at this shit. Look at this guy. Bro, I'm not kidding. He's like, oh, you're so mad. You're so mad. I'm like, bro, I just keep calling you a dick rider.
This is a Crowder fan?
This is a Crowder fan. This is your average Crowder fan.
When did this happen today?
Oh, dude, I called him a dick rider like 2 days ago. And then today he just jumps in to start like fucking pissing back. It's great. Like, look at this shit. Look at all of this. All because I called him a dick rider.
He simply said they were getting divorced, and only because several others were leaking it to the press. He had no choice. He had no choice. Yes, he did. What do you mean he had no choice?
He had no choice. He had to do it.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. I forgot the part where they put a gun to his head and made him like, he so totally had to do this. I feel like that's already a stupid like ending to the sentence where you're like, you can't take this person seriously.
Oh, dude, no, look at it. Look at it over here, right? He goes, I'm just seeing this now. No dick riding, you weirdo. Like, bro, like,
What?
come on.
Well, you're the one doing that.
He goes, oh, she said all that while in the midst of a divorce, so it must be true because women never lie. Bro, this guy, like, you guys know me. You know my channel.
Well, then
right?
why
how many times have I called
women,
out lying
women are so evil, and this one is so evil. Why did Crowder like decide to? I don't know. Like, you guys are you guys in the Christian? Or because I don't. That's been my thing. It's like this is very unchristian like behavior. Really.
Oh, dude, look, here's Crowder's problem. He wanted to pretend and LARP as this wholesome Christian man, traditional fucking trad fucking marriage and everything. Bro, my thing is, I do think a traditional marriage makes the most sense for men and women. Okay, I do, but it's like people look at Muslim households, like Muslim women in Middle East.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong. Yes, there are plenty of situations where there is mistreatment, especially as you get into the rougher areas. But if you go to like places like Jordan, yes, the women wear hijabs, but the women also run the household. Okay, the men can't do shit without their wives. Like it's no joke. Okay, the wives raise the kids. The wives control what happens in that house. Because look, man, if your wife's not on board, you ain't gonna get shit done. That there is a mutual fucking respect that needs to exist between men and women in relationships, even in this like traditional type of setting, which again is what I support. But look at the way Crowder talks to his wife there. Maybe that's just one moment in the marriage, but what I can see there is no respect. Okay,
yeah,
there is zero respect between the two of them.
Well, it's more, even if you don't want to focus on the wife aspect, because wives are evil and women are evil, you could just look at it like, is he living up to who he is?
Women is gay.
Is he living up to who he's like pretended to be for the last decade on YouTube? Like like that's the whole thing. Like, I don't think a Christian guy would be doing this with his wife. I think this is, in fact, like, no disrespect for this is the wrong religion. Like this is what I would imagine like the Muslim religion, based off of like what I've seen acting like that. Because some of the shit he says too, it's like, oh, you need to learn discipline and you are the woman and you must do this and shit. It's almost like they're trying to like say, oh, this is your duty, you must do. It's like, oh, this reminds me more about like Muslim culture rather than like what you would expect from the Christian
culture. This is like the bad kind of this is the bad kind of Muslim shit, right? But look at this comment here, for instance, right? She looked straight at the camera right before she said, I love you, I'm committed to you. She knew she was on camera. That's why she lifted her shirt and showed her belly before she walked out. Dude, she pulled her shirt down. She actually pulled her shit down. But also, dude, even if she didn't, you can see her fucking belly the entire time, my dude. But here, let me make it worse for you. Why do they only have one car? I saw some like massive fucking coat, okay? And it's this guy going, oh, Crowder was right to tell her she couldn't drive. She could have been in an accident. She could have risked her entire life. It could have killed the children. That's why he told her to stay home. And I was going, oh my fucking God, like how much bleach do you fucking consume on a daily basis to come to that conclusion? Because I'm looking at him going like, dude, she doesn't have her own fucking car.
Wait, so like, let me address the comment you pulled up because it's weird. Because again, it's another like, it feels like another Crowder
They-
defense,
they-
but it
they-
doesn't
they-
make it any better. It's
They do the
it's
Crowder
like-
defense to try to equate it to
Well,
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Well, yeah, but that's gay and stupid and
It's
not
fucking gay
really.
and
It doesn't
stupid.
work. Like, because here's why it doesn't work at its simplest core. Because Johnny Depp didn't yell at his pregnant girlfriend or wife. Didn't yell at her, like, you know, in that context. and
Well,
shit.
the Amber
And,
Heard
like,
thing is bad because in those clips with Amber Heard is intentionally antagonizing him in almost every single fucking one. The only time she isn't is when she is pre-recording herself, setting up the fucking camera ahead of time, and Johnny Depp catches her doing it and picks up the phone and tosses it.
Well, to address this real quick, even if she was looking at the camera and said that, why does that change anything that Crowder did? Why did the how does that change anything that he did? It doesn't. Like, even with Crowder saying, well, there's context missing. You see, it's like, does the context take away you yelling at the wife and saying all this shit? Because if not, what does it matter?
It gets a little bit worse too, because there's the berating the wife and everything, but here's the problem. The wife is making direct statement of facts that Crowder is not refuting in these video clips. Okay, he's saying, I'm going to unseal mental fucking health histories. And I'm going like, look, I get he didn't specifically name his wife. Your issue with that statement is if Crowder was talking about himself, they're his own medical records. He could just release them to people.
No,
he could
wants
just
to
say,
release it for the wife so he could call her crazy and unstable. And
of course he does. It's like,
I
dude,
can't
come
believe,
on.
I can't believe people are so stupid and they don't think fast enough to know that that's the angle. Like this, here's the thing with the internet: it's all about angles, narratives, and how you can execute them. If you can't see this is what he's doing, you guys are stupid, straight up fucking dumb or ignorant. Whichever.
Here's the issue, and I really am extremely hateful of people on the right who are doing this shit where they're like, I'm not gonna attack Crowder. This is a difficult time. Come on, guys, we can't shoot our own. Come on, guys, this is why the right always loses. And I'm like, shut the actual fuck up. Crowder in January was trying to burn all of Daily Wire to the ground while raising money off of that shit with the whole Stop Big Con thing. Crowder, because people are like, how could his wife record him like this? I'm like, dude, you fuckers clap like seals when Crowder was secretly recording his friend for the purpose of taking him directly out of context to imply that he was signing people into fucking slave contracts. Crowder was saying that everybody at Daily Wire was actually being muzzled by Jeremy Boring. He was controlling everything that they were saying. That's what Crowder was doing in January. Now we get into fucking April, and it's like, guys, come on. Why are you talking about this? This is making the right look bad. I'm just like, dude, you people suck. You're such massive fucking hypocrites. And, hypocrisy is a thing. I get it. Everyone's a little bit hypocritical. But how the fuck are you doing this 3 fucking months apart from each other? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really blatant and
They're going with who they think is their favorite. That's it. They like Crowder more, so he's right. This is the same thing with the Daily Wire thing. If you looked at that situation, don't get me wrong, I understood that the contract, the term sheet that they showed him wasn't favorable to him. Okay? I get it. He's worth more. I understand it. But you know what I also understood? Daily Wire probably doesn't have the money to actually pay him what he's worth because they spent all this money on all of these movies and all this other type of shit that they're trying to do to break into these other spaces. And you know what? Good for them for doing that, but realistically, they probably didn't actually have the money to pay Crowder what he was actually worth. How does Crowder respond? He doesn't counter their offer, although apparently his agent was countering the offer, but they were like, okay, just redline the term sheet. Basically, mark on that term sheet what you want changed and let us see it. And Crowder's agent's like, no, submit a new offer. Dude, fuck off. Come on. Come the fuck on. But yeah, no, play the victim. that he does this multiple times, okay? And you know what's really fucking stupid to me? So Crowder wants us all to stay private. Crowder wants it all to stay private. And he's calling out this extortion that they're doing to him. Candace Owens, okay, made a statement in January of which nobody knew what the fuck she was talking about. However, about a week before he makes this statement, Owen Benjamin, who is a former staff member of Steven Crowder's, is like hinting about this divorce. There's another girl like Abby something who's doing the same thing. These are smaller accounts, okay? These are smaller accounts that are on Twitter directly saying divorce, doing it within a week of him making that fucking video. But he chose Candace fucking Owens to call out. Of all fucking people, the bitch with the loudest fucking mouth is the one he chose to go after and threaten with a legal fucking threat. What did you think? Like, come on. Come on. He's not wholly retarded. You know what was going on there. He said it about Candace Owens, knowing Candace Owens was going to open her fucking mouth. So I'm like, come on. Come the fuck on, guys. Ugh.
It was edited. He was actually yelling at his gay lover.
You know, let's actually talk about Crowder's top surgery, okay? Look.
This man had top surgery?
Yes. Okay, to be clear, he actually does have a medical condition. It's called sunken chest. It can be dangerous. It can be bad if your heart starts to like it can cause your heart to be like compressed or something of that nature. The problem is Crowder was not actually at a point where it was life-threatening. If it was I get so pissed off because I had somebody go like, guys, it's elective surgery. They sometimes when it's elective, it could still be like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Crowder is not a broke bitch like you guys are. Okay? He's not a broke bitch like I am. He actually has the money to actually pay for heart surgery out of his fucking pocket. Directly out of his fucking pocket. But, dude, it was clearly an elective surgery. He chose to get it done because he didn't like the way his chest looked. Okay? It was not life-threatening. And he chose to do it while his wife was pregnant. Why? Why the fuck would you do that? It's because Crowder, although he was claimed to be this like traditionalist fucking guy, literally put the way he looked over his wife and kids. And he also grifted the fuck out of people with that shit. I'm getting heart surgery. My heart doesn't work so well. It's very dangerous, but I'm looking so forward to my heart finally pumping blood the way it needs to. Dude was full of shit the entire time. Just like he was full of shit with the Daily Wire feud. Just like he's full of shit when he says like he treats his old staff with respect and they like him. Come on. It gets absolutely fucking embarrassing. It really does. But what are you going to do? Like, honestly, what are you going to do? You have a community of actual fangirls who are turning their brains off, ignoring the very concept of critical thinking, to sit there and go like, oh, Crowder's right. People that are married constantly talk to their wives this way. I'm like, dude, man, as somebody with a wife, you do not talk to your wife like that, man. That's
fucked.
Like, dude, it'd be one thing if they're screaming and shouting at each other, okay? And she's saying stuff to him, he's saying stuff to her, and it gets nasty and it gets personal. I could understand that. But guys, look at what he's actually saying in the video. It's not like you whore, you bitch, you slut, you fucking fucking gold digger. Like, I could, low key, I'm not saying that it would make it a good thing, but I could understand if that's what he was saying because it's indicative of them actually fighting. That's not what Crowder's doing. Crowder's sitting there, right, telling her how she needs to be worthy, be a worthy wife. Why can't you don't show me any love because you don't do what I tell you to do? Bro, man, that is somebody that is controlling beyond fucking belief. And to top it all off, again, why the fuck does this multimillionaire only have one car between him and his wife? Come on. Come on. It's so that he can control her. Like, unless, actually give me a reasoning behind it, that behind all of that doesn't make Crowder just seem like a complete fucking scumbag. But then it gets worse, okay? Because Not Gay Jared jumps out. And he goes like, I fully support Hillary Crowder. She's a very sweet lady. And people jumped on his back and they go like, huh, they're not even, they're still together. They're not even divorced yet. You're trying to jump and get his wife. And he's like, dude, I'm married. My wife and I both disagree. And it's like, and it's just like, dude, these people cannot accept the fact that Crowder fucked up. It's like their fucking trad daddy got exposed for being a fucking degenerate. And now it's like, oh, attack anybody that calls it out. Fuck off. Like, honestly, just fuck all the way off with this shit. I don't know, Vic. Like, you've been lightly paying attention to what's been going on here. What do you think about it all?
Oh, God damn. I mean, I kind of said my thoughts last time when we were talking about it, right? Nothing much has really changed. I was like, God, if only this came out the closet sooner, I would have been again. I was like, oof, maybe none of this stuff would have ever happened. Maybe the Daily Wire wouldn't have to come after him after, all the bullshit that wouldn't happen.
I mean, dude. Yeah, I'm just like, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised, to be honest. I thought his wife would have probably came out sooner with this stuff. Like, way sooner.
Because I think that they actually did want to keep it private. It was Crowder blasting it out into the public.
Oh, yeah. And yes, that makes sense. I'm surprised in that case. If he didn't do that, then yeah, it would have been still kept under wraps and low key. But nah, he decided to be stupid, and boom! Look, and he paid the ultimate price for it. So, are you smoking or doing the thing?
I'm about to start smoking. I am.
Yeah. Because I figured that's why you were taking a pause for. So.
Oh God, I do.
Yes.
I can play the Bud Light commercial while we smoke really quick. But
wait, what Bud Light commercial?
Oh wait, oh God, okay, all right. The Bud Light stuff is fucking nuts. Hey, wait, GG, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, by the way, never mind, bro. While we talk about it, when do you want to reschedule the rematch?
Probably tomorrow.
All right, just making sure. He's literally like, when I messaged you last time, I was like, oh crap, he took it, and he hasn't responded. And by the time he did, he was like, oh God damn it, I'm not home. I'm out of my house. That's why I ask. So.
Oh no. So GG, give me your thoughts on this whole thing about Crowder, like threatening to release her mental health records.
I can only picture Mr. Burns from The Simpsons going, "Release the hound, Smithers."
Oh, that's actually a pretty good analogy on it.
Because, I mean, there's also like another one of those Simpson clips where Mr. Burns is surrounded by his group of attorneys who are basically his yes men. And he's going like, but I made all the right moves. Yeah, sure you did, sir. Then why did I lose? Huh?
I don't know. We don't know. We just take your money.
There is a plausible situation for the car that I thought of when I was listening to you earlier. He could have been downsizing at the time, to afford that townhouse or whatever. Who knows? I mean, there could be a logical plausibility like that.
Maybe, maybe. I wouldn't say that though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
You've
like
been
it.
arguing with some dick on YouTube all day. No, Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. It's all Twitter, man. It's only on Twitter where people show their true idiocy. On YouTube, you'd be surprised. You'd be seeing more people with common sense in the comment section.
Actually, you know, the thing is, some of the people who jumped in more neutral takes on the Crowder thing have been pretty genuine. There have been other people who are like, hey, you know, I'm still with Crowder because I really can't take the wife at her word. I just don't believe it. And, you know, and I can understand that. But I'm like, dude, I've got people jumping down my throat going like, oh, okay, you know, he's just simping for the woman. And I'm like, man, do you know how many times it would have been so much easier for me to just go that route? You're like, come the fuck on. Even now, it's like, I'm always like on the unpopular fucking opinion side. And I always get fucking dragged for it. And at the end of the day, I turn out to be fucking right.
Yeah,
every fucking time.
Unlike Lofty, you turn out to be right.
Dude, it's been every time. Okay, it's been every fucking time. I say I take the unpopular fucking side. Okay, I get fucking dragged for it. Then it turns out, like what, weeks or months later, oh, Crow was right. Look at this shit, though. Look at this shit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. No, I have been arguing with this dick on YouTube, giving every fucking excuse to Crowder. The wife knew about the ring cam. My point was he did too.
Yeah. The other comment I wanted to address is Geechee Game, I guess that's how you pronounce it. But if he downsized to buy the townhouse that he used to leave his wife, I don't see how that's better. Well, then you'd have to make more assumptions, like maybe the townhouse was like a secondary residence, like in between his house and the studio. Who knows? Or maybe that's where he was going to put up guests for the show instead of having them, like, I don't know, pay for a hotel, or he has to pay for a hotel or whatever. Because Steven Crowder did fly out fans and whatnot.
Yeah, but that's still cheaper than buying a townhouse. So you would Airbnb your
yeah,
guest.
a townhouse is really expensive.
Well, I mean, think about it like this, Crow. Like, if we're going with the controlling and manipulative route, he'd be able to control his guests.
I get what you're saying, and the way that Dave Landau described his interactions with Crowder, that's what I was getting from it, right? The controlling shit. So, like, Dave Landau is a stand-up comedian. He says, like, directly, you make your money on the weekends when you travel. That's when you do your shows. And Steven Crowder had him in a contract where he was only allowed to travel one weekend of the month, even though they don't do shows on the weekend, even though he could be back on Monday. Crowder didn't care. He wanted Landau on contract that he was not allowed to travel. Why? Literally fucking why? Or how about putting him on a contract where it's like, if you show up 5 minutes late, not to the recording, but 5 minutes late to the pre-show, when they don't actually have a set start time, I could just send you home. You're not going to be paid. Fuck you. Apparently, like, Landau was like, Crowder got so upset with Landau, like, overshadowing him in jokes that he had a button that he would press that would give a light to Dave so he would shut the fuck up and let Crowder get the final word in. Like, man, if even some of that's true, it tells you that Crowder is somebody that likes to have full control over a situation. So, yeah, man, the things that the wife is saying kind of lines up with the behavior Dave Landau is describing behind the scenes. But what makes it worse is the ex-staff, the people who are signed under these NDAs, they're showing up supporting Hillary Crowder, not Steven. Even though Steven claims that they have this great relationship. Oh, that he supported them all the way. They just like went their separate ways and shit. No, it's clearly not fucking true. It's obviously not fucking true. You know, at the end of the day, you kind of have to acknowledge, dude, let me put it like this, okay? And this is going to be a very extreme example. Catholic Church, okay? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. There were pedophiles within the Catholic Church. There were also people that were devout Catholic faithfuls who found out about the pedophiles and decided that they were just not going to say anything because it would make them all look bad. Well, guess what? That was even worse. Fuck off. Like, here's the thing. You know what Crowder's doing is wrong. You know Crowder doesn't actually care about unifying the right. Okay? He tried to drive a massive fucking wedge in between people on the right when he went to war with Daily Wire, specifically for the purpose of making money. Like, this whole notion that Stop Big Con was anything other than Crowder trying to fucking make money is ridiculous to me.
Okay, there's a commenter here. Love the name, Dixie Normus.
Oh, God.
That's
Man,
better
that
than
takes
Hugh Mungus or Hugh Man
Dude,
from Futurama.
Bro, look at his profile icon. It's a sheep with a fucking mask on and a bunch of needles in its ass. Crowder is a dick 100, but she's not totally innocent either. The video was cut and edited. Look at the timestamps. Yeah, no, I agree with that statement. The issue is, I don't know if the edits were made by the family, by her, or by Yashar Ali, because Yashar only shows one video in his article. He says that there's more stuff there.
How much it was like the time discrepancy between cuts? Because if it's like a few seconds of them just staring at each other, then yeah, I could agree why you would want to cut it.
Well, hold on. Actually, let me see if I can find that original video. Okay, hold on.
Or if it's not like directly referencing stuff that was later put into the article, like the quotes that Crowder was stated as saying.
Okay, here we. Oh shit! Wait. How does anybody see a timestamp on this? Okay, hold on.
It should be in like either the top left or bottom right if it's
let's take a look.
Camera footage.
Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so here we go. Again, look, I don't really care who the guy who uploaded this is, but I don't see a timestamp anywhere.
I do a boundary and abuse you were not.
See, you remember what the person? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me go to that one person who made that comment earlier about how she pulled up her shirt to show people because she knew she was on the ring cam. Bro, the fucking clip starts with her shirt pulled up. Like, I man, like, come on. Okay, but there's no timestamp anywhere here.
It's cropped out because I don't think the Ring doorbell system would have their logo just right up on the left side of the border like that, especially if they got a black bar at the top for the video.
You think so? Hold on. Is there another video that has the timestamps?
I mean, Dixie Normus and Chad, if you have a link to that tweet, feel free to post it.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Because like I know that there's one part in the video that I watched. There's one part in the video I watched where you can tell that there was a cut made. But the problem is the conversation carries on like normal, so I don't know exactly what was taken out there. And the issue that I saw when I watched the clip the first time is when he's getting pissed off at her. There wasn't a clip like directly in between those segments. But maybe there was. So if somebody's got one that's actually got a timestamp to it, that would be perfect. If you do have it, please post it and we can go over it again. Like, I really don't mind. So that's the thing that like pisses me off with the fucking Crowder fangirls and shit. Bro, like, anyone's watched my channel. And I don't expect these people to have watched my channel before, just to be clear. But anyone who's watched it knows exactly where I stand on accusations. Like, everybody knows exactly where I stand on them. And I've gone to bat and I've defended people with much smaller platforms who have been in much more questionable situations, you know, and it's because there was really like no actual evidence to support the claim. Even though I got dragged, Even though I got called like a defender of all sorts of fucking evil things, but it turned out I was right. This situation's like, man, like Crowder's such a bad dude. Okay, he's such a bad fucking dude. Oh wait, let's check Yashar Ali's Substack because maybe it's there.
Yeah, because didn't you play it from the actual article?
Yeah, I think I did. Hold on. I'm just gonna go there. I can see it here. But the problem is the Substack website is fucking slow as shit. Hold on. All right, it's trying to play.
All right, see if you can find a timestamp in either the top left or
bottom right hand corner. You can see a timestamp right there.
Can you zoom in?
Dude, it's not even playing the fucking video. Give it a second.
Control scroll wheel, I guess.
No. Hold on. It's trying to load up the video. This is what I meant. Like the Substack sucks. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. Almost about to play. Play the damn video, Substack. God damn. Oh god, this is painful. I hate slow fucking loading times. They're fucking cancer. Put on the gloves. Yeah, put on those gloves. Okay, here we go.
It's like they're video players from back in 2000.
Dude, it's like that. It's fucking like that. Okay, I definitely saw a timestamp though.
I drew a boundary.
There we go. You can see it down here.
No, you just did it. I drew a boundary.
Yeah, I can see it.
You were not taking the car because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries. Steaks, wood pellets, my grill.
Oh shit. There we
I
go.
know it's unreasonable.
I was gonna say, just keep your mouse off the video.
Yeah, it's
How
still.
about you first?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there it
There's a
jumped
cut.
like
There was a
about.
cut. There was a cut. Okay, there was a cut, but it was a cut on Crowder talking. Okay, let's see how much time there was there, okay?
Go back about 5 seconds so that bar will disappear.
I'll go do it.
Oh my fucking god, Substack. Fuck you. God, that is a cancerous fucking site.
Okay, I'll just download the video and see what I can find.
Dude, you know what? I'm just gonna go find it on fucking Twitter. Dude, what the fuck is that? I swear, Substack is like the worst fucking site I've ever fucking encountered. All right, hold on. Let me just go to fucking videos. Dude, it plays worse than old fucking shit. Okay, here we go. This one maybe works because it's got the timestamp, but it says part 1 and part 2. So here we go. This is better. We'll just watch it from fucking Twitter. God damn, I hate Substack.
I drew a boundary.
All right, so 12:35.
No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car because if you refuse
10
to
seconds.
do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
15 seconds.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first?
Okay, 40 seconds were cut out. 40 seconds.
Yeah, 40 seconds. That's substantial, but that's something that probably does need to be shown for just full transparency anyway.
Yeah, because, you know, she does say something here to him, right? You can kind of tell. Here, let me go back.
How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes, other than man. Other than man.
Oh, hold on. Let me go. I think it's about here.
But I'll go do it. How about you first?
Yeah, 41 seconds in total.
Other than man. Other than man. You see the love of that. No. Other than man. No, you're not taking the car. You're not taking the car. You are not.
Then I will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Right?
It's not that Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, so to be clear, when he's asking her if she's making a threat, that part's not cut. Okay, she goes from saying that she's going to call fucking Uber, she's going to call somebody. She goes, "Who would you like me to call?" And he goes, "Is that a threat?" So that part was like one full segment in. Let's keep watching because I want to see when the next cut is. But there was something cut out between her and him where he goes, how do you respect men? And I don't know what was said there. But the thing about the car, that part's not being cut. That part, so far, there's no cuts when they're talking about the car and the driving, and he's accusing her of making a threat against him.
Okay, Stephen, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Stephen,
Like, I can't
Stephen.
go. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't.
This is
I
all
can't
one
be home.
long
You're gonna
part.
take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either. Do
I
you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you're going to be back when I'm back?
Stephen.
The only way out of it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it.
Guys, again, this is one of the worst parts of the video, okay? And it's completely uncut here. There is one cut. There is one cut. I'm curious about what's being said there, but this entire thing here there's no cuts in it so far. Like, there's no cuts in it so far. Oh, Ring doorbell is set to 60 seconds and starts after movements again. Well, yeah, maybe because they're moving around over here, so maybe that's what happened. But I don't think so. I don't think it cut out 40 seconds from the Ring doorbell. Maybe.
If it's being recorded and it cuts out after 60 seconds or only starts on motion activated, I mean, I don't think it's going to be that big of a delay, and I don't think they could stand around or just be still for 40 seconds if they're having this kind of conversation.
Yeah, I think something was intentionally cut out there, and probably it's to protect the wife. Maybe there was something that she did, but the problem is that isn't what's instigating this part here. This is the part that makes people uncomfortable. Wait. Hold on. Use light on dog as a reference.
Light on
dog. We don't know. If there really is something left out, I can't really say I'm on anyone's side. Steven definitely is a beta regardless. Right? You see that fucking meme image, and it's like Crowder, and it's like this pregnant woman mowing the lawn with this dude sitting in a chair or drinking a beer. It's like, goddamn.
Jeez.
I don't care if there are cuts. He's a fucking control freak. Buy a second car, dude. You can afford it. She can't go anywhere because she isn't respecting him. Like, this is my thing, okay? Like, I don't respect any of these bullshit coping arguments of, oh, he made the right choice by not letting her drive while pregnant. Like, dude, then he should be driving her. He should be fucking driving her. Or he should be getting somebody in the family to drive her if he can.
Well, that was the thing. She asked, like, who do you want me to call to take me to do this stuff?
And he goes, who is that a threat?
No, like, he's like, also like, get an Uber, like, get someone who's outside of this mess, who doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, dude, I'm just like, man. Okay, so far since that one cut though, we've had like completely unedited footage.
Right on impact.
We are going to do cast.
Good, because you can't have any discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand. You give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
You give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick.
Well, people were saying, okay, I'm referencing that one asshole who left that comment earlier. She looked directly at the camera when she said, I love you. Bro, fuck you. She clearly didn't. Jesus. This is what I mean. This is what I fucking mean about these people. They just lie at this point. They're just fucking lying to cope. And it's so annoying. Where is she looking at the fucking camera? You asshole. God,
yeah, but her hands are clearly around her shirt.
Yeah, right.
Because that was the second part.
No, the second part was she lifted up her shirt because she knew she was on the camera. and she looked at the camera when she said, "I love you." Bro, come on. Fucking come on. You know you fucking full of shit.
That, and it doesn't look like she's in control of the situation. It seems like Steven is the dominant one in this relationship to a large degree.
This kid is so fucking pissy and mad at me.
Steven is rich, so he could have called someone up to get the groceries. Just pay them when they get to your house or via Cash App or something. Yeah, that's also, another thing he could have done if he's truly the quote unquote abused one here, according to himself. Having the boot on his neck, he could have had someone basically deliver stuff, because you've got Uber Eats. Even an Uber driver that I know of will get groceries for elderly people if they call. So Walmart Plus, there's tons of different programs. Hell, even I guess, I don't know if Kroger's is a local Midwesterner thing or if it's all across the United States. They deliver to your house. So there's plenty of workarounds here.
Look, there are actually a few different food delivery services and grocery delivery services. You can even do Amazon Prime for deliver out a lot of stuff. So
and wasn't he also bitching about not having charcoal for his grill?
He was.
Yeah, Amazon sells that stuff and they'll deliver.
He said wood pellets.
Yeah, wood pellets.
Yeah, no, this has all been just a massive.
Wait, she says it again. Look later in the video. All right.
Okay.
Is that when she's looking at the camera showing her pregnant belly?
Is that where she lifts up her shirt to show her pregnant belly while staring at the Ring camera? Okay. We'll get to it.
Because last I checked, in the second part of this, she goes in the door and Steven follows.
Let's keep watching it, because this part here will cut out because it's only 2 minutes long, and then there's a part 2 at the bottom. Let's just pay attention to the timestamp and make sure there's not a cut.
Watch it. Watch it.
Okay.
Fucking watch it.
See, dude, the watch it, the fucking watch it. That's none of that part's been edited. There's no cut here. This is all one long sequence that's going on right now. So I'm I was trying to think, maybe there was a cut, even a small cut, in between this moment right here when he goes, "Watch it, fucking watch it." There's not, though. There isn't. He does say that to her. I'm guys, because it is timestamped, okay? It is timestamped. You tell me where the fucking cut was right before he goes, "Fuck it, fucking watch it." Watch it, fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get.
Okay, so 12:37. What was that? 12:37 and 42.
Right at the end of that, she just turns her head to the camera slightly.
Okay, hold on. That's at 12:37 and 32 seconds. Okay, so this one picks up. This will be the next one.
You need to just stop and
35 seconds. Okay, so 134 or 30.
I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem.
Well, so she said it again, and she's still not looking at the camera.
Yeah, and her belly's still exposed.
Yeah, guys, come on.
I've never received love from you, and the fact is, when I go, "Look, I need you to do A, B,
This
C,
is all part of the same conversation.
No. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. It's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right in past. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out.
12:38. 12:38.
Life worth no matter the what.
Okay, all right. Hold on. I think there may have been a cut there. So let me go back. Okay, 12:38 and 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds. 8 seconds was trimmed out. 8 seconds had been trimmed out there.
A life worth no matter the life. I didn't say the life. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage anymore.
Okay, so something was cut out there. All right. Something was cut out about 8 seconds after he says that she needs to be a wife, a worthy wife, a wife worthy. What?
Maybe he was tripping over his own words because that doesn't make much sense.
Well, no, I think she may have said something back to him, but it's something that she wants, that she doesn't want out there. I don't know what it was, though. Okay? Like, I really have no idea what it is. What I do know is the worst part of this fucking clip, the worst part of this clip is unedited. It's about 2-ish minutes of him just berating his pregnant wife. There's no chopping. There's no editing. There's no pulling him out of context there. He's just berating her. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. You tell me what was said. Okay. Leading up to the 2 minutes of him just berating the shit out of her. Cause the wife worthy shit, the shit where she's not allowed to leave without his permission and shit. Like, guys, come on. This is massive levels of fucking coke. This is insane fucking massive levels of coke.
I'm gonna go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to it. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna
walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs? No, you take Betty.
Guys, that's fuck. I had people. Okay, I had people acting like this whole thing has been some sort of chopped up edit job. Okay, there are 2 cuts out of this entire thing. All right.
I was gonna say Colton Davis. Sorry, I'm 8 minutes behind. Destiny made a video explaining the gaps. Oh, I'd love to hear his fucking logic. The guy who was friend with a pedophile for so long.
Oh, you know what? Bro, there are 2 gaps in this. One is about 8 seconds long. Okay.
And the other is just 40, and it just seems like a regular conversation.
Yeah, look, the problem with the 8 seconds is it seems like the wife did say something back to him that she doesn't want being made public. Okay. The problem with the 40 seconds, though, is that's before things get off the rails between them. It already looks bad. Okay. It already starts to look bad. There's about 40 seconds that are cut out. And then when it picks back up again, it still hasn't gotten to that point. But then you have 2 minutes long. Okay. More than 2 minutes long of Crowder just berating the shit out of her. And it gets nasty. Then you have that 8-second part that's clipped out. And then you just have him go right into berating the shit out of her. Like it didn't stop. So I'm going like, you need to explain to me what you think was included in those timestamps that would justify what you're fucking seeing from Crowder, because I don't think that there is any. He's accused of being controlling. Okay. He's accused of trying to paint himself as the victim. That's by his ex-staff, by the way. And you can see it in the video. Oh man. And again, the thing with the car, there is nobody who's actually trying to explain that. There's nobody actually trying to explain what the situation with this car is and why Crowder was only having one vehicle for the family. Okay.
Again, there are plausible ones, but again, it doesn't make sense why he's so possessive of the sole car that they have left. If there was a second car to begin with.
Punisher, what you got to understand is it's just coping. It's just a massive cope. Okay. Like, again, dude, yeah, that fucking the fucking idiot that I was arguing with on Twitter, still fucking at it. All I'm doing is calling him pissy mad and calling him a dick rider, and still fucking going. Oh, you're talking. You hate Crowder. You just hate Crowder. I'm like, bro, man, you don't get it. Like, I used to like Crowder. I used to watch Crowder a lot. I really like the Change My Mind stuff. But man, everything else from him has just been fucking nonstop monstrous. Like, it's bad. It's actually fucking bad. Yeah, well, I get that that's about crafting that public persona, but at the end of the day, if you craft your persona as somebody that's got like high moral values, okay, and you don't actually have those moral values, you deserve to be called out and criticized for not having them. I don't see how that's controversial. But again, like, and we'll move on, because we'll move on to the Bud Light stuff now. But my final thought is just going to be, the defenses for Crowder and the defenses for not talking about Crowder are just all bullshit. They really are. You can't sit there and go, you can't talk about Crowder because this is how the right loses, because they're always attacking each other. And it's like, bro, no. Crowder in January was pulling this shit over a fucking contract. Crowder's whole persona is being off this like traditional fucking conservative guy trying to show people what a proper Christian marriage should look like. And he's not the guy. It's okay. Men fall short. I get it. Honestly, if Crowder just came out and said, I made mistakes. I've made mistakes. Me and my wife are getting divorced because I've made mistakes. We both made mistakes. But it didn't work. I didn't want this to happen, but this is, I'm going to put my kids first or something, literally anything of that nature, I think would have played better than trying to paint it out like this was all his wife's fault. It would have, but man, what do you do? Like, honestly, what do you do in these situations? If you're going to defend Crowder though, like, man, please don't defend him on the grounds of, oh, this is normal, because it's not. All right? It's not. The shit that the wife is saying, like, the stuff in that video is bad. The other stuff the wife is claiming, she could easily, and I want to be clear, if she really wanted to destroy him, she could easily pull the thing about where she goes ahead and accuses him of physical abuse. She could do that. And everybody on the left blowing up this story would eat it up even fucking harder. She wouldn't need to prove anything. She could just say that he backhanded her. That in one of his explosive fits of rage, he hit her. She could claim it, and there would be people that would buy it hook, line, and fucking sinker, even though there's no evidence for it whatsoever. But she's not doing that. So I'm going like, man, if it's all fake and it's all made up, she could be claiming much worse things, right? She could be throwing out much more salacious material, right? But their brains just don't comprehend it. It's like, oh, someone said a bad thing about Crowder. It must be fake. It must be conspiracy theory time. It's like, bro, if it was, she would accuse him of far more heinous behavior than what she is alleging. But hey, by all means, I just don't fucking cry later when you're proven wrong. Like, don't fucking come out and try to be like, oh, I always knew something was wrong. Oh, men should not berate their 8-month pregnant wives who have already had a failed pregnancy. Like, fuck off. Like, you people suck. Eat shit, and eat more shit. God damn. Talk to your fucking wife like that. You fucking piece of garbage. And I'll be clear, because I'm married and everything. I've raised my voice at my wife. My wife has raised her voice at me. I've said things, and I'm not proud of it. I've said things that have actually made my wife cry. Those are all shortcomings of me, right? But nothing like that. Nothing like what's in that fucking video. So I don't get it. I don't fucking comprehend it. I'm not proud when I get into a fight with my wife, but you know, when you're going to be with somebody like that, there's going to be disagreements. There's going to be confrontation. It's how you overcome it. Okay? It is how you overcome it. But man, I've never done that shit to my wife. I've never treated my wife like she was my fucking servant. And yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, there have been days where we're both kind of like fucking exhausted and we're like, you go take Frankie out. Like, we've done that to each other. Don't get me wrong. Like, there have been times where I'm just like sitting on the couch and she looks at me and it's like, hey, feed Frankie. Go do this. Go do that. And I'm like, I don't fucking want to. Oh, God. I've never like looked at my wife and been like, bitch, why aren't you making my meal? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Honestly, what the fuck is wrong with people? You know, it does not surprise me that there are so many men who fail at getting relationships. But it's like, dude, yes, do I think that women are particularly kind of nasty today? Yeah, I absolutely do. But, you know, you got to explain this shit to me where you think it's okay to talk to a woman like that. Because I don't think it's okay for them to talk to men the way that they talk to men. But, like, we're not doing this whole argument of fucking equality. We're talking about a guy who presents himself as, like, a mascot for that trad Christian fucking marriage. And look at how he actually sees his wife.
Yeah,
he owns her.
The other aspect in all this is that something that people don't want to bring up, I don't know why, but it's something that I kind of noticed and thought I'd mention here, is that his father, Pops Crowder, is continuously on the show in like Third Chair and whatnot. And the way how Steven describes his dad is like one of those old time dudes from like The Greatest Generation. And I can only think, like, if he really was that kind of person, he'd be going up to Steven either in public or in private and say, do you kiss your mother with that mouth after hearing that clip?
I don't know. Maybe that's how his dad treated his mom. I don't fucking know.
Well, I mean, his dad is from Detroit, so.
I'm just saying, man, like, you know, we should be treating, we should push for more traditional relationships between men and women. We should. But men need to understand that you do need to show the woman respect, just like she needs to show you respect, right? It's mutual, okay? It's not one party does all of it and the other party does none. Don't get me wrong. I think that you should have somebody, especially when you have kids, that's going to stay at home and is going to raise the family, is going to take care of the household. Like, I get that. I understand that. That's basically what I want for me and my own wife. And we've joked about it too. But it's like, you know, that's not your servant. That's not your maid. That's not your fucking butler, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's your wife. That's your partner. It's an equal fucking relationship. She's got responsibilities. You have responsibilities. There's supposed to be mutual respect, and it's so fucking obvious that that's not how Crowder views that relationship. That's not how he views that dynamic. You can see it in that fucking clip. Bro, like, you don't tell your wife that you don't love her and that she's never shown you love because she doesn't listen to you. She doesn't do what you tell her to do. Like, dude, fucking Christ, man. What the fuck? Like, honestly, what the fuck?
Well, given how Steven's attitude just from that clip alone is kind of funny to me, and the aspect of how he goes after a leftist for changing the definition of woman to birthing person. Because that's how he's just treating his wife in that clip.
No, it is.
Just another layer of irony that he bitches about on his show, but in private, he's practically no better.
Well, and again, I think, like I said, many people fall short. Okay, like many people fall short. I've fallen short in my own marriage. Like I've made mistakes. I've engaged in stupid fucking conversations and pointless arguments for no reason. Okay, like no reason I could actually tell you today, right? Just really petty, stupid stuff. And I'm being open with you guys. I'm ashamed of it. I am. Like, because you're supposed to be better than that. You are. But fuck. Never have I gone to that level. Not even close to it. Not even fucking close to it. I mean, dude, like, yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing. That's all I'm going to say. I want to move on to talking about the Bud Light stuff. I'm about to play the commercial, but Gigi, yeah, I've been talking a lot. I'm going to let you have the last word here.
About Crowder? I mean, yeah. There's not much more to say until he actually, presents his wife's medical history. From the courts.
Her mental health records, yeah.
Because that's the only thing I could think of that would, add more to the conversation or just like show the levels of depravity that he's willing to go. That's about it. I mean, I just don't see him going any lower than this unless if he starts selling out like everyone that he's currently working with.
No, I agree. All right, guys, let's play the commercial.
Hi there. My name is Prancer. I identify as a reindeer. This ad is what we call damage control. Our thinking is maybe if we post an ad with our iconic Clydesdale that identifies as a reindeer and we say vaguely patriotic things.
This is the story of the American spirit.
People will like us again.
Incidentally, I used to have a deep, rich baritone voice. Then I started drinking Bud Light.
It changes you. Look at these two typical American firemen. We can't put two white people together in an ad. We still have to virtue signal a little. I mean, we're still woke. We're just not that woke. Here's another couple of people. Also two different races. I mean, honestly, what we really need to do is just say, we f***ed up. But we all know that's not going to happen. So just look at the pretty horse that identifies as a reindeer and drink Budweiser again. If you don't, they said they're taking me to the glue factory. Look, there's two more dudes. Is that guy white? Is he Hispanic? Nobody knows. He's what we call ethnically ambiguous, our favorite race of all. This white guy gets it. So remember, folks, at Budweiser, we'll always be a little woke. This Bud's not for you. Maybe cutting my tail off is a mistake. What do you guys think? Well, it's too late now. No coming back from that. Gillette.
Before we go any further, Drax the Clown, I think Bud Light owns Corona beer.
They do. They also own Modelo.
Please tell me they do not own Dos Equis.
No, I don't think so. I might be wrong, but I think Modelo and Corona are the big ones outside of Bud Light, for me anyways.
Because I like Dos Equis Amber Lager a lot.
Let's see. Does Anheuser-Busch own... Wait, who owns Dos Equis? Heineken. Oh, nice! Heineken.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go.
Too.
There we go, gentlemen. Dos Equis is on the menu. Finally.
German beer company for the win.
Okay, let's talk about this story. So, Indiana bar backtracks on vow to toss patrons who criticize Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney. So, this is Bloomington, Indiana, okay?
I've been there.
Well, yeah, no, I was going to say our house in Indy is about like 40 minutes to an hour away from Bloomington. So, this is sort of close to where we live. All right? I think it's hilarious, dude. Bloomington, Indianapolis, that area there. It's got a larger base of left-wing people. However, two things: they're Midwest lefty. Okay, that's far more blue-collar conservative than it is, hardcore fucking progressive leftist. On top of that, you still have a massive amount of people that are just flat out conservative Republican that live in and around the area. So this bar pulling this shit, okay, don't get me wrong. This would work perfectly if you were in San Francisco or New York City or LA, an area where you're surrounded by people that agree with you. This was not the place to pull this. This was definitely not. Like, I would never demand that I would never pull this like gay shit where I'm like, oh, dude, if you don't pull Bud Light, I'm going to refuse to like drink at your bar. But it's like, if I was going to go drinking, even though I have no intention of drinking Bud Light, okay? If I go out to drink, bro, I'm not touching cheap fucking piss water beer of any kind. I don't go out to drink and get fucking Corona. You know what I mean? Maybe in the morning. Maybe in the morning. Maybe in the morning, but that'd be about it.
You get a Colt 45 if you're in the Midwest.
But you know what I mean, though, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going out to drink this shit. But if I were going to go to a bar and they were making this big fucking spectacle about how they're going to kick anybody out that said anything bad about it, I just go like, fuck you. Okay, I'm done. Bye. Bye. Fuck you. I might make a joke just seeing that, and that might make you mad. So I'm just going to leave. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, it's not that hard for me to just tell people, go fuck yourself. I'm not going to go into your fucking trash ass bar. Like, this was the dumbest fucking location to pull this crap. It doesn't play well in the Midwest. Dylan Mulvaney is not liked in the Midwest. Okay, I'm sorry. Midwest is far more fucking conservative. Yeah, I know that they're progressives. I know that they're leftists. Yes, of course. There's also conservatives who live in Los Angeles. Yeah, dude, I get it. There's a mix. There's always going to be some people in some areas. But in this location specifically, this area in the Midwest, Indiana, fucking all of it, okay? It's got more conservative people, and they're not okay with gender ideology bullshit. They're really fucking not. And I'll put it like this. The only arguments in favor for this fucking garbage, I'm not talking about the beer, I'm just talking about like it in general. The only arguments I hear in favor of it are like, oh, you have to do this or they're going to seppuku. And you don't want to be responsible for seppukuing people. Like, no, man, fuck you. You're not going to pull this bullshit where you're like, oh, if you don't fucking do what we say, people are going to die. They're going to off themselves. Man, first off, like, that's the highest form of emotional manipulation. And also, fuck you, do it. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Like, I'm not going to play that fucking game. I don't give a shit about you. I don't even fucking know you people. Like, bro, you know the shit that I went through? Bro, I guarantee you, fucking a million times worse than shit you deal with. So fuck off, man. Like, I never went to somebody and be like, I'm gonna blow myself up if I don't get what I want. I'd wind up in fucking Gitmo, bitch. Like, honestly, fuck you.
That or a jigsaw puzzle on a autopsy table.
Yeah, something, right? Like,
I'm surprised
that game
no one
doesn't
has
play for me.
I mean, I'm surprised no one has made this argument before because there is like historical precedence for people boycotting Anheuser-Busch. And the first time it happened was because of the Kaiser, and the second time it happened was because of Hitler.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, people were
that's hilarious.
boycotting Anheuser-Busch and all other like German-made beers back during World War I and World War II.
I mean, they were boycotting everything German.
Yeah. I mean, Coca-Cola had to come up with Fanta because of the Second World War in order to keep profits up in Europe.
Oh, God, that's where Fanta came from?
Yeah, it was basically
That's
like
hilarious.
a cheaper it was like a cheaper soda beverage since they couldn't sell Coca-Cola directly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they had to use like naturally grown plants in Europe that they could get access to without having to ship it in and, getting through customs and the embargoes and whatnot.
Man, business runs the world. Like, seriously, man. Okay, anyways. So what's going on right now? Bud Light sales are like fucking incredibly low. Okay. Like at first it was reported like 17% loss. It looks like the loss is over 30%. That's insane. And you know what's crazy? They're putting out these bullshit fucking patriotic ads. Oh, we got a new one, by the way. We have a new patriotic Bud Light ad. Here, where is it? I gotta find their official YouTube channel. Okay, let's see this shit. Okay, this has 10 million views and 361 likes. I'll show it to you, okay? Because the bar story, I don't really care to read the article. Look at this. I'm not playing the video. I'm not playing the music. It's just a gay ass country song. There you go. There you go. Oh, Bud Light. Oh yeah, we're all together. Yeah, and it's just country music because now they want to appeal to all the fucking Midwestern people now. Oh, eat shit, eat shit, eat shit, eat shit. Again, look at this. Bud Light official YouTube channel. Comments are turned off 4 days ago. 10 million views, 361 likes to 18,000 downvotes.
I just got to say, this is the same company that got made fun of for their Super Bowl ads because they always had some dude hugging the fucking Clydesdale, implying that he was like a horse fucker.
Okay, listen, man. Bud Light used to actually have fun, and they just like, that bitch, the fucking VP. She goes, "Oh, I was brought on to save this dying brand. We were a brand in decline. Bud Light needed to grow." It's like, bitch, it was the #1 beer. What do you mean you were fucking dying? Oh my God, these people are so vain and stupid. It's insane. So it's nuts though, right? Anheuser, okay, is doing everything they can to get themselves out of this situation without actually apologizing. And it's just becoming so bad. It's like they're losing so much money. They're losing all of this fucking money. They're putting out these ads. They're just getting ripped apart and shredded. And people are... Oh, God. Hold on. Let me turn off.
FedEx office is here to help.
God, fucking ad. All right. Look at this. Anheuser-Busch hires ex-GOP aides to lobby as Bud Light's Dylan Mulvaney controversy drags on. They're hiring ex-GOP people. Let me be clear. The people who are boycotting you hate the GOP too, you assholes. They hate politicians. What do you think you're doing? Stop
Did they hire Bill
listening to these
Kristol?
people. Oh my God, it's embarrassing. It's so
Wait
bad.
a minute. Did they hire Bill Kristol? From like the Bush days?
I fucking wish that they would. I wish that they fucking would. Because here's the thing.
He was the jackass who said we'd be in and out of Iraq in like 2 weeks. Just
Okay.
like how they're saying, like, oh, this isn't gonna, keep dragging on, guys.
Yeah,
It'll be
dude,
over
it's
in
just
2
been
weeks.
dragging on and on and on. And here's the, and like everything is like everybody else is going up. Okay, all the other beers are going up. And you know what's crazy? Most of those other beers, they're just like they pull the woke shit too. Okay, but like nobody was complaining about it because they weren't like shoving it in your face. Like I heard people going like, "Well, Bud Light does this, but nobody says anything when Coors hosts a Pride event." I'm like, I don't care. I literally don't give a shit. It's
Didn't Coors
fucking
host-
beer.
Wait a minute. What wasn't the Pride event like a child drag show or something that Coors hosted
Oh,
like months
fuck
ago?
Coors.
Because I
Oh,
remember you
fuck.
covering that then.
Wait, did they?
I remember you covering it one time, I think.
Did Coors host it?
I think so. They were like a sponsor.
Why is a beer company hosting a fucking child anything?
I don't know. It was like a gay pride drag event in which like children were, allowed in the audience to see all the bullshit.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So that shit. No, I agree. I do agree. That does need to be called out. That's because that's serious shit. But, here's my thing for the company, okay? Coors Light wasn't putting on their fucking beer cans child drag queens. They weren't shoving that onto their beer.
No, they were basically just putting someone who identifies as a girl for 365 days and is basically just parroting a fucking stereotype.
Well, that's Bud Light. That's Bud Light. I'm saying like Coors and everything. When they're hosting these events and shit, they're not bringing these people on to sponsor their brand. Okay, they're like sponsoring an event in order to make more sales, right? They want people there to buy their fucking alcohol. That's all it is. It's all transactional.
That's
so I'm just
the main
saying,
difference between Coors and Bud Light, which is just embracing the freak.
Well, yeah. So like that is what it is. Okay. Like, and I don't actually have an issue with you wanting to market your beer to just about anybody. Now, look, child drag shows, that's different. Okay. I don't, and that's not what they were doing. They hosted a drag show where children were apparently allowed to attend, but that's a societal problem that we need to fucking fix. They're not like promoting fucking drag queens with their beer. They're not like having a drag queen as the sponsor on their fucking beer. They're not doing that. So nobody gives a shit, right? It's just beer. Everybody can drink it. Nobody's like taking this fucking massive fucking issue with anything except for Bud Light, because Bud Light went and got Dylan Mulvaney to fucking sponsor them. And so like you start fucking showing that to your fucking buyers, they're like, well, that represents your brand, and we don't want that. And like their brand is like, I get it. There are definitely going to be some lefty people that will drink fucking Bud Light. I'm not stupid. I get that. But man, like, I'm sorry. Deny it all you fucking want.
You know,
the left. Hold on. The left is the ones who are college educated, and when you're college educated in this nation, you do on average make more than people who are not college educated. So these are your wealthier people. When they drink, they don't drink fucking Bud Light. You know who drinks Bud Light? It's those fucking dirty fucking rednecks that you're always clowning on.
Yeah, the ones who work the fields, the steel mills, everything else that you guys need to have done for you because you have oodles of fucking money.
Look, my point is that's your main market for Bud Light. It's that and fucking dirty college students hosting parties and shit. It's fucking
they're boycotting all of Anheuser-Busch, Michael Brown. It's not just Bud Light. It's like the entirety of Budweiser.
Bud Light is like, okay, so when it started, it was really just Bud Light. And then it expanded to cover just about anything from Anheuser-Busch, although the rest of the brand isn't hurting as badly as Bud Light is. But yeah, they're fucking tanking. And the thing is, as they're tanking, as they're in this free fall, they're telling everybody, oh, it's all going to be okay. Don't worry. It's all going to come back. They're all going to forget about this. Don't worry. It's all going to go away. We're not going to apologize, and it's all going to go away. And it's like, man, that's only encouraging this shit. That's the thing that they don't understand. It's like the people are watching this shit on TikTok, bro. They actually, you know what's like really disrespectful? They simultaneously know that their buyers are like, you know, your lower income, more conservative people. That they know that that's who their primary fucking buyer is. And also they think that they're too stupid to use a computer. Like, dude, everybody is watching this in real fucking time. Like, this company is brain damaged. They're so fucking disconnected. It's like, man, we're sitting here, we're watching it. We watched the stupid fucking Clydesdale ad drop, and everybody knew and everybody called it out. And what do? They drop another one. Everybody knows. Like, dude, what the fuck is the point of this? You're spending what? I'm not going to say they're spending millions. They're spending what? Hundreds of thousands of dollars to film these fucking commercials just to get roasted.
You know, I'm
It's
pretty
like
sure
their
they have.
sales are dropping. Their sales are fucking dropping, and they're sitting there denying anything's going on. Don't worry, guys. They're all gonna forget. They're all gonna forget. Don't worry, investors. Don't worry, shareholders. It's all gonna go away. We don't actually have to apologize.
Yeah,
And
it'll all
meanwhile-
blow over like World
meanwhile,
War One and World War Two.
Meanwhile, they're hiring ex-GOP aides to go lobby their fucking brand. Fuck you! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! We see what you're doing, you idiots! We can all see it happening. What? Like, this is just gonna encourage more. Here's the thing. If they just didn't hire the GOP fucking aides and everything, if they weren't dropping those fucking ads, I mean, look, maybe this whole thing would die down because there wouldn't be any new news. But there's always new news because they keep doing the retarded option. It's like they always have like one, they always have option A, option B, or option C, which is literally do nothing. And they keep choosing the retarded one instead. Oh my God. Oh my God. They
I was
could
going to say
just
this
shut
adds
up and
more
do
fuel to
nothing
the
or
fire.
apologize. Instead, they choose to do none of those.
I mean, this adds more fuel to the fire because remember, like when this initially broke out, Donald Trump Jr. came out and was like, "Guys, don't attack him." You know, like
Oh, yeah.
now they're
Donald Trump Jr. is fucking brilliant. Guys, don't attack them. They donate money to our they donate
And
money
now
to the
they're getting-
GOP. And you know
and
what
now they're
everybody you know
hiring
the, you know the
GOP.
fucking people like who buy this shit were thinking, oh, so we can fuck with the politicians too. You idiots. You fucking idiots. I swear to God. Like, dude, no, bro, you think anyone gives a shit that Bud Light is donating a fuck ton of money to Mitch fucking McConnell?
Dude, Kentucky is a fucking shithole no matter how much money you give that fucker.
I'm just saying, do you think that was a threat? Did they think that was a threat? Oh my God. They thought it was a threat, man. They actually thought that threatening us with Mitch McConnell's not going to get his campaign donations now. Like, what the fuck? You idiots. I swear to God. Oh man. Dude.
I would suggest to anyone who wants to try a different beer from Bud Light, get an import. Like German beers, perfect. Especially if they come from Germany, not some immigrant who came here like 100 years ago and made a fucking conglomerate out of it.
I just want to say, I don't actually care about like who's making the alcohol. It's alcohol. I just want to get drunk. So like, I don't know who makes my Blue Moon when I drink that after a nice meal. I just know it tastes good. It's refreshing. It's like nice
Blue
when you have a
Moon.
full belly. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't that like Yingling?
I swear to God, if
Or
you're
is
gonna
it-
say, but if you're gonna say Anheuser-Busch, I was gonna smash my face into the keyboard.
No. I was gonna say I think it's like Yingling. It's an independent company.
Oh wait. I think that's the one everybody's like recommending you go to now. It's like I have no clue, but Yingling just sounds Chinese to me.
No,
It
it's actually
does.
Midwest. It's Midwest for Indiana.
Listen,
or no,
I
Ohio.
know.
My bad.
Listen, I know. I get it. I'm there with you. But the name sounds Chinese. It's kind of funny. That's all I'm
Kind
saying.
of like that one senator's girlfriend who turned out to be a spy, Fang
Fang
Fang.
Fang. Yeah. Just like Fang Fang.
But I was
Oh,
gonna
man.
say, like, Germany is like experimenting with beers, like to the point where you could have alcoholic sodas. The best way to mimic that here in the States is grab a Heineken and mix it with some Code Red Mountain Dew, and you got yourself an alcoholic soda like they have over there. It's fucking great.
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
Starting a business requires a big.
No, that sounds great. Like my thing is like, why are they doing it like this? Like, okay, so in certain markets, they're down over 50 fucking %, right? So it's like, man, this is not working at all. But they want to. I get like a lot of companies do ESG and all that other shit. That's not what they were doing here. Okay, they thought they could like really. They're the number one beer. Okay, number one fucking beer, and they've dominated that market that they're in, and nobody competes. Nobody really is threatening them. But there is a new market that's emerging, and it's that like lefty progressive fucking group. Okay, it's Gen Zers as they're growing up. It's them, and they're so brand conscious, and they only want to support the brand that recognizes all of the stupid, fucking, wacky garbage that they believe in. And Bud Light was like, hey, you know what? We can fucking just jump all over that. Look, Dylan Mulvaney is somebody that is so controversial that you could never convince me that some random fucking intern, some random like low-level nobody got that fucking approved. No, that would go straight to the top because it could hurt the brand. And so like it did hurt the brand. Like they had this idea that they were just gonna do this shit, that everybody on the left was gonna like fucking love them. They're gonna make this massive inroad into that community. And people on the right were just gonna shut the fuck up. You just shut the fuck up and accept it. Because people on the right constantly just shut the fuck up and accept it.
Well, Michael Brown, to address you again in the comments here, I didn't think anyone drank light beer in the first place. Well, it's the United States, the capital of diabetes. So you kind of have to have the offset.
Can I just say something really quick?
What?
Okay, look. Is his name Michael Brown, or is this like you know?
I don't think it's a troll account because they said they were from Australia, and it doesn't seem like they're pulling a fast one here.
I mean, dude, some of those Australians are fucking racist as shit, though. It could be. Mr. Michael Brown, let me ask you a question. Does the name Zimmerman mean anything to you? But still, I want to know. Does that name
that wasn't Zimmerman?
Wait, that wasn't Zimmerman? I thought that was
no.
Zimmerman.
Trayvon Martin was Zimmerman.
Oh, Trayvon Martin. Okay, who is fucking Michael Brown then?
Fuck, what is the cop's name? Damn it, I'm spacing on it, but
you can't space on it because I'm spacing on it.
The cop involved in the Michael Brown incident.
You know what? Let's just move on. He says that he doesn't actually have any clue who Michael Brown is. Hey, what's up, Sen?
You guys,
hey, any thoughts and opinions on George Floyd?
Oh, he's he's a guy that died.
Oh, good. Yeah. So a fucking hero, I hear.
Yes, a tragic death. Whatever. Yeah.
So seriously, this guy had a mural built to him.
Yeah.
And it got struck by lightning.
It got struck by lightning. No. It got struck by lightning on a sunny fucking day. Fuck. Okay, Sen, you gotta admit that's still fucking nuts. It got struck by lightning on a sunny day. Without a cloud in the sky. Without a cloud in the fucking sky. Oh, God.
Oh, Darren Wilson. Ogachi Game got it right.
Oh, Darren Wilson?
Yes, Darren Wilson was the cop.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. Okay, all right.
But yeah,
so,
like I
Sen,
was saying,
what's up?
light beer is for the diabetic capital of the world, which is us. I mean, a lot of things in America we use in excess. That's why
it's not my fault I've got that.
That's why it was invented.
And it's very insensitive of you to bring that up.
I have it too, dude. So
I have more serious diabetes.
Is it genetic or did it happen on its own?
Genetic.
Same here.
Oof.
I got it from my grandfather.
He knows my pain. Sen, what's up, man?
Oh, did you finish up the Crowder bits?
Yeah.
How was it? Did you go over the Destiny?
Oh shit, dude! What is with your mic? It's like rotting out.
What do you mean?
It's pop, pop, pop whenever you speak.
Well,
yeah, it's like you got a static over it.
Yeah.
What about now?
Okay, it's still doing it.
Check the port. Like, pull out the plug, clean it, and put it back in.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, so like, I didn't watch the Destiny thing. What's he talking about?
The Destiny thing. It could be either the stuff related to Crowder and how he came up with a plausible explanation for why the gaps in the video were there, or him just being an asshole and saying like, "I abused my wife worse than Crowder."
I saw that shit that he posted on Twitter. And like, look, man, you know, who knows? Maybe Destiny's right. Maybe Destiny's right. I just know that like Destiny is not someone I'm going to trust on anybody else's moral character. Like, dude was totally okay hanging out with Mr. Girl because Mr. Girl was good content.
Yeah,
Mr. Girl's a fucking pedophile.
He was an open pedophile before he even met Destiny, so like no excuses. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, no, and like there's this whole like idea of fucking. You know, we're just exposing the things that he actually thinks and believes. And I'm like, you know, that's a cute argument. It is. Also, fuck you. I mean, it's a cute argument in the sense that I know you're full of shit, right? Nobody thinks that it's okay. Like the shit that he's fucking saying, the garbage that he's talking about, it's bad. It is bad. The shit that the shit that Mr. Girl was fucking doing and promoting. It was bad, and look at how it ended up. And you know, Destiny like gets rid of Mr. Girl, but is it because he was like finally got fed up with Mr. Girl's behavior? That just he said something just went too far. No, he got pissed because he started taking shots at him.
No, that wasn't it. He disowned Mr. Girl, and then the shots started coming because Mr. Girl was bitching to him on Discord about not having certain privileges or protections from certain people making fun of him for being a pedophile.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I had it totally wrong.
That's where all of this fucking shit starts, is that Mr. Girl was being a bitch on Discord.
That's what did it, guys. I'm sorry. I was giving Destiny some credit. I thought that he got tired of Mr. Girl, you know, trying to take shots and stab him in the back. You know, he didn't care that he was a pedophile. He didn't care that he beat his girlfriend. He didn't care that he once got once was like thought to be a school shooter. Like fuck. He didn't care about any of that. He cared that Mr. Girl was annoying him on Discord. That was a bridge too far. Everything else is totally okay by Destiny standards.
Yeah, especially the domestic abuse that he openly admitted on his videos with his first wife.
I'm just like, man, you can't get me to take you fucking people seriously anymore. I fucking can't. Wow, what a fucking shit show.
Oh yeah, speedy recovery there, Michael. Hope you can drink a beer more than just a few sips at a time.
Oh yeah, I hope you're doing okay, buddy. Like recovery is difficult and everything, but I'm glad that you're in recovery. And take your time. Eventually, be able to have a nice beer, like a few sips here and there. You know, just you should be happy that you're doing okay, because like you know, I shouldn't say anything else. I had some news from someone that's close to me. So for me, and there's nothing that we know yet or anything like that. But you know, it's one of those things where I'm just like really happy to hear that you're in recovery. Like I am probably saying it too much and everything, but you know, it's amazing because it's nuts. It's nuts to me. The shit that fucking pharmacy is focused on right now, fucking child mutilation and shit, fucking chemical castration, like ongoing fucking money, has, you know,
has taken the forefront and cancer has taken a backseat, kind of like the AIDS epidemic.
I mean, it's worse than that. It is. It's like, you remember that? Did you watch All-Star Superman? It's
Partially.
It's a DC animated film, guys. But in it, Lex Luthor, like, wait, was it that or the animated series? Hold on. You know what? I'm pretty high right now, so I can't remember which one it was. Listen, anyways, in some Batman, Superman, fuck, in some Superman animated media, Lex Luthor, like, straight up discovers the cure for cancer. And it doesn't even, like, he doesn't even bat an eye in how he discovers it. He just discovers it. You know, he's Lex Luthor. He can fucking do that shit. And then it's like, oh, so we're going to, like, announce that we've cured this. And he goes like, no, I want you to dilute it. It's like, I want you to dilute it so we can sell it as an ongoing medication. It's like, dude, that's just what it feels like. And, you know, people can fucking disagree and they can argue. But that's all it fucking feels like. It feels like we sit there and we're, like, prolonging suffering.
Yeah, I mean, not to drive a wedge in the comic book fandom, but, you know, Batman's just a more successful version of Lex Luthor, but more likable at the same time.
Yeah, and it was like this whole notion that, you know, you could, like, literally cure cancer, but even if you could, there are going to be people that wouldn't want that getting out because, you know, the medications that they sell is fucking gangbusters for them. If there was a be-all, end-all cure for it, that means that you kill an entire industry. And I just don't think that they would ever let that happen.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, what's going on with, like, the whole trans debate here? It's just like, at the end of the day, if that's who you are, that's who you are. I mean, you want to be accepted, we'll accept you. Just don't start pushing it into politics to where it becomes like you're hitting us over the head with the bullshit.
And that's where I think a lot of people don't seem to really understand that. Yeah, you're allowed to have whatever beliefs in your head that you want to have. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. I definitely feel like it's becoming more of a social contagion than anything else, if you really look at the numbers. But I'm deeply concerned when the amount of kids that are reporting to be trans, like, what is it? Over half, I think, was the most recent number.
Yeah,
are reported to have autism. Like that would be an obvious red flag. It's not even just that, but if you look at the, and you know, I think, gosh, I can't remember. It was either Vivek or RFK Jr. One of them was giving this interview, and they were talking about, like, the thing that I mentioned on stream, like the rate that they're reporting of having, like, serious abuse, right? You have them, like, coming out and saying, like, they're serious claims of abuse going on, and we're just pushing for this shit. And it boggles my mind. Like, I'm not kidding. It really does boggle my mind that we're looking at those extremely high fucking numbers. And we're using these, like, really weird arguments to justify why we're doing this shit. So whatchamacallit? There's how do I say this? There's I think it's like 88%, like the hard numbers were like 88% of boys that actually report some form of gender dysphoria will eventually grow out of it. But you have this, like, new movement that's sitting there going, like, children know exactly who they are when they tell you. And it's like, no, that's literally not true. That's literally not true. The science never backed any of that shit up. But
Right,
and they're
like,
and they're
there's been-
advocating for, like, hardcore fucking medical intervention that is going. It's like irreversible what they're doing to these kids.
I mean,
And
it would be the same. It'd be the same as if a kid came up to his parents and said, like, "Mom, Dad, I'm a fireman," and then the parents just immediately throw his ass into a burning building and tell him to save people. You know, it would be as just ridiculous.
Well, it's insanely ridiculous, and it's so irresponsible. But we're not putting a stop to it. We're just, like, letting it fucking go on. And how much longer is it going to last? I really do wonder, how much longer is this going to fucking go on?
You know, it's kind of symptomatic. Like, they'll listen to kids whenever it's anything in their benefit. However, like when it came to, I don't know, like say false pedophile accusations like towards Michael Jackson, and Macaulay Culkin's like, yeah, no, none of that shit ever happened. They're like, he's obviously traumatized and lying to save Michael.
Hello?
Well, no. It's yes, son, I can hear you. But
Does
you
it
know what's
work?
really fucking? Oh no, it's popping again.
Dude, turn off the game in the background. That's probably what's doing it.
Oh, how do you know I have a? How do you know I have a?
Oh my god, that's
Because you're
probably what
always
it is.
gaming at this hour.
Oh my god, just turn it off, please. Okay, look, the trans. Okay, do you know that they voted down like this bill that would make it a felony for indecent exposure to children, and they're like, because this would be anti-trans, and I'm like, oh my god, like why are you? They're like, you know, the whole Florida thing. So Florida, like Ron DeSantis, and again, I'm not as big of a fan of how he's handling the whole Disney thing. I think there are smarter ways of going about it. But
sometimes you need to go in with a sledgehammer and do brick and mortar shit.
But death penalty to pedophiles. Like, I get that that's not all him. I do. I get that that's the Florida legislature. It's like the Republicans that are over there. But like death penalty for pedophiles. Thank fucking Allah that is happening. But then you have the trans people and they're like, they're gonna literally start killing trans people. I'm going like, oh my god, you people are so dumb. As like somebody is like, wait, look, the law literally says it's somebody that gets caught actually sexually abusing a child. Okay, it's not just like, oh, you did a drag show in front of a kid. It's like you raped a kid, and they're like, that's bull. That they're still gonna fucking. I'm like, oh my god, you're literally arguing that you are pedophiles. I just can't. I fucking can't.
I mean, Crow, it's like that. It's like what I stated a couple streams back. Like the only people who listen to the dog whistles are the people barking mad at him.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. It's just, I'm going over it. I'm going like, man, how are you people? How are you people doing this to yourselves? It's like, you know, I always say like, you have people that like slam their fucking faces into concrete. And
that's
then
the
you
thing.
have
Like,
this.
You take the ideology of the dog whistles that they're like supposedly the right is using to confer like gays and lesbians and trans people to being just pedophiles, and then when you hear like, oh, they're making, you know, sexual offenses against children a death penalty case, like they're coming after us. Like, do you see why dog whistles are like a fucking oxymoron when you're dealing with leftists?
I mean, you know, they claim dog whistle, dog whistle, dog whistle, dog whistle, and I'm going like, you're the ones who are hearing it though. You're like, the dog whistle is because only the dog can hear it. It's because it's their secret meaning behind it, and you're the ones who keep picking up on it. Like, then clearly it's you. All right, let's listen to this. This is apparently you cannot arrest people for indecent exposure to minors because that would mean that trans people would be the most affected by it, which is a hell of a statement.
Been used to ban drag shows, to target individuals who use the restroom of the sex that they identify with, a public restroom, to charge them with felony charges.
Okay, that's bullshit on the bathroom one, because who just goes in and pulls down their pants and say, hey, everyone, look at me?
You know, my thing is, I can't take anything that they argue seriously about the whole bathroom thing, because we've seen it multiple times now where there was indecent exposure to girls in restrooms. There have been actual rapes that have happened, and it's like, you cannot tell me, like, you know. And the thing is, on many levels, I hold feminists responsible for the majority of this shit, because they created a two-tiered society in the way men and women get treated, and now you have, like, low key, a lot of the trans women shit is like men who are just nothing, as men, they have literally less than nothing in society. But as trans women, they have like the world is their oyster.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's not going to affect trans people if they just go in to use the restroom as a fucking restroom. Like, go in, take your shit, and get the fuck out after you wash your hands. But the whole thing with feminists, like, they argued for this shit. They opened the door for this kind of thinking. They set the fucking groundwork. And you're surprised why there aren't so many, like, you know, women engineers. Because it all fall to shit.
Oh man, you're not wrong at all. In fact, you're 100% correct. My thing is, I look at it and I go, yeah, is it somewhat frustrating to see people just be, you know, how would you say it? I'm trying to figure out the best way of phrasing this, but it seems to me that there are genuinely people that are just kind of brain cancer. Okay. Just pure fucking brain cancer would be the only way I could put it. And we should probably move on because I'm going to say something that's like really, really too based for the stream.
Well, you're already 2 hours over, so go ahead. The bot won't get you.
Okay, so when we take a look at these issues with trans women, biological males, and they keep pressing into women's spaces. Yeah, do I think that there are genuinely people in that group that just literally all they want to do is be able to use the space because it makes them feel more included? Yes. But it's like also you do have just like outright degenerates in that group that are just getting off on the idea of being in these women-only spaces. And you can clearly fucking see it. And when it happens and it gets called out, you know, the trans community that just will not call out the fucking degenerates. And you know, it's nuts to me. Like someone like Blair White, well, she's conservative, so they have no issues casting her aside, right? And I go like, okay, but then you have like outright fucking predators, okay? Literal hardcore fucking predators who, when they get arrested, transition and get placed into women's prisons. And it's like, you know, they don't fucking call it out. They won't do it. It's like, clearly this shit is getting abused. Clearly it's leading to like cases of actual fucking trauma. Okay. And you have these women and they just like look at it and they just like, you know, fucking fish eyes. Fucking fish eyes. They can't comprehend it. It's like because it's not affecting them. It just doesn't affect them. So to them, it's like, oh, whatever. Like if it actually happened to someone or someone they knew, they'd probably flip on a fucking dime.
Yeah.
But until it does, they get off on being these nice, caring, sweet people that only want to help out and be sweet and precious and good. And I'm just like, it's fake to me. It's completely fake to me.
I mean, because there are cases where these people, where it does happen to them. Like if you've ever seen any of the articles, like when the great migrant crisis happened over in Europe, a woman who let in a migrant stay at her home ends up getting raped by the migrant and then like defends him in court. Like sometimes that doesn't even like put the links together. Like maybe what you're arguing for is fucking shit. That doesn't like happen when something that traumatic would happen to them.
And you know what? As much as I find like that entire story to be fucking disgusting, honestly, there's no way around it for what we're seeing right now. There is no way around this bullshit that's going on. You know, you have people that just literally they're not going to change. They're not going to change, and it doesn't matter how many stories come out about there being abuse, about there being you know, these men that are clearly taking advantage of these systems. They don't want to be seen as bigots. They don't want to be seen as calling it out, creating problems, whatever. And I go, it's what are we supposed to do? Okay, like honestly, what are we supposed to do? this isn't going away. It's not getting any better. Like ignoring the problem doesn't make it like what's ignoring a problem gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what's it actually gonna do?
It's just going to exacerbate it. You're basically going to let whatever the problem is manifest and fester to the point where it becomes unable to be removed. Unless if you take serious and drastic measures. And I'm talking about like to the level of, break out the guns, the riot gear, and storm an entire fucking city kind of bad.
I mean, I guess.
Think of the gang issues. Like, I was watching this video by Popo Medic.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else watches him, but he was
I don't
telling
know
the
who Popo is.
Not Mr. Popo, but
wait. Let me ask you a quick question. We're not going to go off topic. You just need a quick yes or no. Do you like Mr. Popo because he's in blackface?
I just like his hat.
Okay, so it's nothing to do with the blackface.
Nah, he's just a very nice character all around.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But DBZ Abridged, goddamn.
Dude, DBZ Abridged is the fucking best.
I love how they twisted that character where he's like a silent serial killer.
Oh my god, he's terrible. He's fucking awful. But it's great. Like fucking he traumatized Goku.
Yeah. But like I was saying, this video I was watching, it shows like how bad shit gets when you just ignore a problem, because there was this Army Ranger who bought a house in a gang-held territory, basically, and the local cops wouldn't do anything, and they were like dealing crack and all this other shit. He ends up like, starting a neighborhood watch to report the drug deals, because there was like a bunch of cars coming in and out of the state and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it was all centered around where his house was at, like in that neighborhood. So he gets threatened by one of the gang members for like the neighborhood watch shit. So he gets a bunch of his other currently enlisted off-duty Army Ranger buddies to come have a barbecue and bring all their toys. And they have a shootout in which like over 400 bullets were shot from
fucking nuts?
No. I'm being serious. This is an actual video by Popo Medic. Yeah, Punisher knows what I'm talking about. No one died. Only a couple people got winged, and over 400 bullets were fired. And then the cops, after the situation like gets nullified, finally do something and clear out the gang bullshit. They finally get the funding. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you let this shit fester and it gets to that point, the only thing you could do is go in with drastic measures.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think you're right. Like, because what do you do in a situation like this? Honestly, what do you do in a situation like this?
You match him with firepower, with superior firepower. That's the only thing you can do at that point.
I know that's the thing, I guess, because like I can't think of anything at this point. It's like this shit is bad. This shit's bad. This shit is really fucked up. I'm gonna play the rest of the video here.
Yeah.
And then we'll comment on it, and then I think Sen really wants us to mention Crowder again for some reason. But we gotta I gotta just mention the Tucker Carlson shit that they're trying to pull right now.
Very concerned about the attacks against the transgender community that are happening across the country. When I initially read this bill, it did not even come to mind for me either, as an advocate. But as I've looked at the bills and as I've talked to my colleagues who are fighting these types of bills across the country, it's very clear to me that the language is very much mirrored in some of the laws that have been used to target members of our community because of who they are. These types.
So the language in the bill is like really fucking explicitly clear. And they're saying that it's clearly meant to target their community.
Well, again, that's the coded language bullshit. Even if you're speaking in clear, proper English, like you're trying to talk down an active shooter or whatever, like an FBI hostage negotiator, they're still going to be acting all wigged out like the fucking hostage taker.
I'm just you know what I'm saying here, right? Like
Yeah.
What are they? What do they not realize what they're saying? Like, I'm convinced that it's like a breakdown of the English language for them, where they just it's impossible for them to understand what is actually being stated.
Well, I mean, not to show my racism, Crow, but that was clearly a black woman, and she's using the white language, so there's going to be some disconnect.
Oh wow, that's insanely racist. It's insanely racist. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Chat, his name is Gigi Evans, and you should cancel him. No, sir. That type of behavior will not be tolerated in my presence. It's disgusting, despicable. It doesn't even begin to state what you just did there.
I'm just making a joke, Crow.
Making a joke. Tell me, sir, what kind of joke involves not acknowledging the historical the historical hold on.
The historical oppression of black people.
The historical oppression of the black peoples, yes. How dare you, sir?
A very, very funny joke.
Chat, we may have to remove Gigi Evans from the channel. He's insanely racist, and he doesn't seem to comprehend why racism is bad either. Sir, tell me, you kissed your mother with that mouth?
I haven't seen her in a couple months, so probably no.
I see. Tell me, sir. Do you have any hoodies?
Yes, when it's raining or when I'm welding.
And are they white?
No.
Oh, you say, you seem pretty confident about having the hoodies, but not so much about them being white or not.
Well, they're black because they hide the dirt better.
Oh, wow. That was totally racially coded. That was obviously a dog whistle. He's saying that black people are dirtier than white people. That's what he said. That's the word for word what he just said, chat. Word for fucking word. God damn it, man. I can't. I can only have you on the stream for like another 20 minutes. Oh, man. We're going to hell.
I've already got my ticket reserved.
I'm pushing you in first. Okay, all right. He's coping. Oh, man.
Oh, get you. Well, they're in the field all day. So.
Okay, so I just...
You took it further than I did.
We're moving on. Okay, so this right here is... I don't want to actually play the video because it's such a dumb video. Somebody at Fox News, and it's got to be coming up from like high up, have been like dropping these leaks on Tucker Carlson. And this was meant to like help justify the firing of Tucker Carlson. But it's like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen them try to do. So the video is Tucker Carlson saying Fox Nation sucks. It sucks. The website's broken. It doesn't work. And nobody's going to want to watch it. And he'd rather just upload to YouTube where more people would be able to see what's going on.
Those are all objectively true statements.
Bro, they're all true. It's not even objectively true. They're just straight up fucking fact. They're straight up fact. Okay. And they're going on and they're like, oh, how dare he like fucking say this shit? And I'm like, are you nuts? Like this makes him look good. This makes him look credible. He's literally saying the website shit because it is. The website shit because it is. And he doesn't want to like waste people's time and money on it. Like, and he's going like, I don't know who runs it, but like, why don't they fix the problems? Because like, yeah, like maybe that like is the notion that makes the company look bad. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? Because they dropped like this was going to be like some big own on Tucker Carlson. Instead, it just makes him look it makes him look slimy. Like you don't care about fixing your fucking garbage site that apparently people are supposed to just use and appreciate, even though it's fucking broken.
Sounds like Substack.
yeah. Oh fuck. Substack's used for other reasons, but that's true.
You know
what?
I was gonna say they had hired Dylan Mulvaney for the 9 o'clock spot if that was the case.
I don't think you're wrong. But something over here though, where it goes like, you know what? I really hate Money Fox CEO. It's crazy. The CEO of Fox was like caught in all of these emails pushing the whole Dominion thing, specifically because of how much money that they wanted to make off of it, right? So Fox lost a lot of the more hardcore like Trump MAGA people because on the election they called one of the states early, and that drove everyone to go like, oh, they're anti-Trump now or whatever. It's really gay. It's like extremely gay. I'm not gonna lie, it is really gay. But their response to it is to be as like two-faced as fucking possible. It's like, I know what's going on. PG, you probably know what's going on. But it's like they do this shit. They get rid of Tucker Carlson. They're trying to paint him out to be this like total fucking degenerate. It's like really dumb. What was the goal behind any of this? It's clearly not working out. Like just shut the fuck up. Like they're trying to push this like bullshit where it's like, oh, we got rid of him because if we didn't, bad things would happen or whatever. It's like so gay. It's so dumb. It makes less than 0 sense. And
well, I mean, it makes sense if you understand the roots of Fox News being a neocon company to begin with. All the way from the Nixon administration. So they have deep ties within the GOP. So it wouldn't surprise me that they would have Donald Trump on during like Fox and Friends because he's like their little dancing monkey for a soundbite from time to time.
Yeah,
Plus,
I don't disagree with that.
It was mutually beneficial back then before he was president, even when he was running. A lot of people didn't expect Trump to win. Like even fucking Vegas had the numbers wrong, and South Park had to redo an entire fucking episode and storyline.
Well, that was crazy.
So like when Trump became like the new conservative or like the new wave of conservatism, Carlson basically decided to mimic or at the very least create his own path of fucking conservatism, just like all the others try to do. And he became more powerful, more dynamic, more appealing to the average thinker than Fox News.
Which is a crazy thing to say.
That's probably why they're trying to do it, because like anyone who's trying to silence or get rid of someone, they will try to denigrate them. They'll basically call you a liar while they cut out your tongue. I mean, it's kind of like that Game of Thrones saying. It's like, you didn't cut out this man's tongue because he's a liar. It's because you're afraid of what he has to say.
Well, the thing is that's like an old proverb, to my understanding. It's not like a Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah, it was just popularized by it in new media.
Yeah, like it's a true thing though. Like, yeah, you might be able to convince some people that you actually were doing it for a legitimate reason, but like there's always going to be people who are going to sit there and go like, oh, I know why you did that. You did that because he knew something about you and you just wanted to shut him up. Like everyone needs to acknowledge that that's a thing, that you're never just going to convince people that when you do shit like that you're doing it because actually you have the best interest of whoever at heart. Like, no, you're doing it because you're, huh?
I was going to say, Michael Brown, I don't think that's going to happen because number one,
that'd be crazy.
Alex Jones, yeah,
he doesn't have the money for it, but that'd be crazy.
Because like all the fucking idiots on the left are suing Alex Jones and his fucking cat because of the Sandy Hook bullshit from 2012.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson, I think, has like 3 different revenues, or 3 different avenues that he could go for, right? That would all be probably really good for him. The first one, I don't think this is really good for him. I think this is really good for Daily Wire, is if Daily Wire fucking got him, or Steven Crowder got him. because Steven Crowder doesn't have the money. Daily Wire might be able to work some sort of contract that he'd find beneficial for himself. But those would be more benefiting the other people like Blaze, Daily Wire, one of those groups. If they got him, that'd be more beneficial to them, but it would give him a platform that you just like jump off on right away. The thing is, he's got his own home studio and everything. He could go independent. I think that would be even better for him. He could also go to like Newsmax, which is the, in the wake of Fox News kind of starting to crumble, Newsmax has been picking up. Like they're still very much small potatoes, but at the same time, it is.
They're doing better than CNN.
Yeah. Yeah. So like there are things that he could do that would all work for him. But the way Fox News is going about this is just kind of fucked up. Okay. They're leaking stuff because they think that somehow it makes them look better. And I'm like, I just want to know the like what makes them think that, what makes them actually believe that this makes them look good.
I think the safest bet is that Tucker Carlson's going to go independent, and if he does, I encourage him to bring back the bow tie. That way, he could have his own podcast called the Bow Tie Brigade.
I hope he doesn't. I hated the bow tie.
Oh, come on! That was like the one quirk that set him apart from everybody else. Back in the days, he was the only one who was like, strike me down if you want Chad enough to wear a bow tie.
No.
He was a very classy dresser.
No. He keeps saying it. I only have one response. No. No, I get what you mean, though. I do get what you mean. I don't think that that's like the direction he wants to go, though.
Yeah, I could see that, but I would say that's probably, I guess his best bet would be to do that. Like he'd be a competing show with the likes of Joe Rogan, I'd even bet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think he has the ability to be something like Joe Rogan. Because here's the thing: when I was talking about how when Don Lemon gets fired, nobody gives a shit. But when it's Tucker Carlson, like he had a bunch of people who are like, "This is terrible." People like Tucker Carlson. I know like people on the left hate to admit it, but he's got a massive following. And I saw people trying to shit on him, going like, "Oh, he's a fascist. He won't challenge the GOP." And it's like, what are you fucking talking about? Like he brought like Lindsey Graham on and humiliated the guy. Like hardcore humiliated him on some fucking legislation the idiot signed on to. Like no, yeah, right. It's like he looked fucking retarded. He looked retarded, man. But so it's like they just lie and they make shit up. I'm like, he actually called out his own network with the Dominion thing. When the CEO of Fox News was telling everybody at the network to push it because it was ratings and it was money, but he wouldn't do it. So it's like, clearly he had some level of fucking principle, at least to the point where you give him some benefit of the doubt, you would think, but no, not there. Not there. And it's actually like low key. It's a little shocking to me how much they can dismiss all of that.
I mean, it's easy to miss stuff if you're going the route of, oh, woe is me.
I get it. I do. You're not wrong.
I mean, think about it. Historically speaking, the one bad guy who we always reference had a "oh woe is me" fucking manifesto called Mein Kampf. So, like anyone who does the "oh woe is me" shit, like Don Lemon, just be aware he has the potential. That's why nobody actually likes him, is because the "oh woe is me" shit.
He has the potential. You went there. You absolutely went there. Funny. It's funny.
I'm just saying. Like, but yeah, like a lot of this stuff, it doesn't make sense. I mean, again, like the one thing that these three have in common, that being Fox News, Bud Light, and I guess the greater trans debate, is that they just like shooting themselves in the foot, causing an open wound that'll never heal.
Oh, I knew you were gonna do that.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna talk about parallels and seeing like what all they have in common, might as well go for the obvious.
I knew you were gonna do that. I say I knew you were gonna do it, and I didn't say anything. I was like, he doesn't have the balls. He'll back off. He didn't. That was my fault. Should have known.
Again, like, if you want to talk about coded language, open wound could be euphemistically used.
Okay, listen. You're being very offensive to the non-existent guest that we have on the channel today, named Sen.
Sen?
You know, Sen is a recovering trap. What?
I'm sorry. Just like...
No, listen, this is serious. Somebody once tried to pollute that young man's mind and convince him that he was actually a trap and not just a very effeminate male.
Sen, where the hell are you?
I don't know. I'm going to keep clowning on him until he responds.
He's too stuck in that game Overwatch.
Oh God, why is he playing Overwatch?
I have no idea.
Like, of all the games he could play, he chooses fucking Overwatch. Really?
I think he's addicted to it.
I mean, maybe it's just like, come on, there are other things you could be doing.
Sen, what was the Destiny shit or the Crowder shit you wanted us to make fun of?
No, don't encourage him to actually make us watch it. I mean, it's so mean, and Sen is just like not responding, and it's making me feel like, wow, what more can I do to ruin his night?
Well, if you want to make an enemy out of him.
What? No, not make an enemy out of Sen.
Well, ruin his night. I'm just saying, like,
listen. When I was saying ruin his night, I meant like figuratively in Minecraft.
Well, he isn't playing Minecraft. He's playing Overwatch.
I meant like, shut up.
I could tell you what pisses him off in Overwatch: people using the wrong characters for the wrong roles. Every time I'm in a call with him late at night, he's like, guys, Mercy isn't a fucking tank. Stop using Mercy as a tank. He just keeps...
I'm sorry. You and Sen are just like casually hanging out and talking to each other late at night.
Yeah, with Redsky.
So it's like a three-way. You knew I was gonna do that. Come on.
We all know what we're gonna do. We know each other way too well, Chris.
All right.
We leave the door open.
Oh God. Okay, listen. I'm tired. We've covered most of the main topics for tonight. We went longer than I thought. I said I was gonna do like an hour and a half, and oh God, man,
almost 3 hours.
I know. I'm tired. I got work tomorrow. I'm going to sleep.
Same here.
Yeah, guys, gentlemen, please, thank you. Really appreciate all the turnout again. It's much loved. In terms, by the way, the dental thing. So I don't know if, like, a while ago I was telling you about how I had this like very terrible dental pain. I was getting a tooth pulled and everything. Yeah, so like that entire time up until now, I've been taking antibiotics to maintain this infection, and I'm getting surgery on Friday, and it's not like serious surgery. I go under for like 30 minutes, and they pull out my wisdom teeth. But apparently, I need to be under supervision for like the entire day. So my wife is going to have to watch over me like a child for an entire day while my fucking pit bull dog tries to use me like a chew toy, because I'm not going to have the energy to play with them.
It kind of reminds me of that one diabetic spill you had that one time where you were talking about how you were having visions of being in a forest and being attacked by an animal.
Okay, listen. That wasn't a diabetic spell. That was when I was on acid.
wait. I thought you had like one of those massive sugar crashes that took you out.
Okay, listen, I've had massive sugar crashes, but the time I was like, thought I was lost in a forest and an animal was going to attack me was when I was on acid.
Did that trip your diabetes somehow? I remember that story coming out on Twitter when you went to the hospital for like a week or something.
Maybe. I maybe that happened, but I remember the one time. Oh, sorry. I remember the one time when it occurred, it was straight up just diabetes. Not diabetes, acid.
Okay.
Because the time that I'm thinking of, anyways, was the time I took acid and I saw myself in a forest because somebody had painted the wall with trees. And so I started to see the trees moving. And then all of a sudden, I was hearing something coming from the trees. Mind you, these were painted trees on a wall.
They became alive.
They became fucking alive. You see, you're laughing at me, but I'm not lying. It was terrifying.
I know, but I don't know.
Barely made it out.
Like, I just thought it lined up with you having like a diabetic episode again because you were having a lot of them like around, what was it, February last year?
Listen. It's best we don't talk about certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Good. Because if you didn't, you might be having some problems.
I mean, I remember talking about it with Redsky and Zombie Fox on one of his streams.
Well,
because that was like roughly around the same time it happened too.
Okay, listen, I don't really remember if that's actually true or not. I can't actually piece it together. That's terrifying. That's horrifying to me.
Memory problems.
Okay, listen, some people have memory problems, some people just don't like pay attention. I'm the type that doesn't
I'm
pay
stalling
attention.
for Sin to I'm just stalling for Sin to unmic or get unmuted and mic up.
Why? Like, look, if he doesn't want to hang out, he doesn't want to hang out.
Well, he's gonna be stuck in like the back room while we're gone, and he's like, "What the fuck? What happened to you guys?"
Okay, but here's the thing. I don't care. Oh my gosh, this thing is terrifying.
What?
Oh, okay. So I found like the most fun game, and if I show it to you, you're gonna actually think that this shit is really cool. So this is a Pokemon fan game, but check it out. It's called Infinite Fusion, and you basically fuse two different Pokemon together, and they have like 175,000 different sprites. This is Duskull and Sandshrew. Look, Darkrai and Typhlosion. Look at that. This one looks good. This one looks awful. They have fusions for everything, and it's crazy. So I keep like looking at these. I'm like, some of these look really good. Some of them look like kind of shit. Look at the Sandslash though. It's Shadow the Hedgehog. All right. I'm done. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Good night, everybody. Much loved. I'm exhausted.